So I told y'all I'd be back, right? We just talked about this. And I'm gonna try not to keep y'all on here too long. All right. And I don't want you to be taken aback by the title. When I say humans ain't shit, I'm gonna explain why I say this and how this ties into relationships. And notice that I title mine Real Relationship. That's what I wish the goal was out here. Sadly, it's not. We are comforted by the facade. We are comforted by the fairy tale. We are comforted by the fantasy. The uh 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 happily ever after. We sit out here and we fucking ourselves up with all these fake ass images that we have in our minds. And technology via social media has uh, really distorted our perception of reality. And we'll get into that as people trickle along in here. I'll give people time. I'm not gonna play no music or nothing. Um, I'll do, we'll just chit chat a little bit while people come on in here. I'm not gonna give people a whole lot of time, but I do want people to hit the like button on your way in. Of course, I want you to also subscribe to the channel. Um, Follow me on social media. The links are all in the description box. Of course, come on, get in on that Patreon gang. It ain't heavy. I ain't asking for no whole lot. I want to know whether or not y'all done ordered any hoodies from a brother. Have y'all got any Black Power hoodies, t-shirts? It's getting a little, it's October now, so it's getting a little in the mornings, it'll be a little brisk out there, bitch, right? Be a little brisk. When the sun go down and get a little brisk. Have you done ordered a hoodie from a brother or not? That's all I want to know at this point. Those links are in the description box as well. We're gonna have hopefully, a good, fun, insightful conversation. We'll be talking about some of my personal experience and things I've been witnessing and seeing out here as far as this relationship conversation is concerned. And particularly going to be focused on Black YouTube and the things that I see Black YouTube saying about relationships. We'll be using some of those to kind of poke fun at some of these ideas that we have about relationships, which I deem to be complete, utter fucking trash. Okay, some of you may be familiar with my older channel that got deleted. I think I was up to around 85 to 90K subs on there before they knocked me off. Some of y'all know the story of that. Where I used to deal with relationships a lot more. Dealing with people's emails about their relationships and, trying to give, real advice to people and help them out. This is before the coaching gang took over YouTube, where, people being charged and all this shit for the information, which I'm not knocking anybody's hustle and everything like that. But this is what I call free game. I ain't charging you. I ain't charging you anything for this. All I ask for is you to hit the like button and follow me, subscribe and shit like that, and lend me your ear, okay, before you're completely upset, because you may hear something that's abrasive tonight. You may hear something jarring tonight, okay? I want you to keep in mind, and this is particularly for women who have a tendency, they were the ones that used to be mad at me. Understand, before we get too far into this, we not fucking, okay? We're not. We're not involved with each other. My ideas are not directly affecting your life. If you are a man and you find yourself getting a little upset, I want you to come back to what I'm saying to you now. You don't have to believe in what I'm saying. You don't have to live your life with what I'm saying. You don't have to do any of that, and thus you don't have to be mad. Okay? There's no need for no anger. There's no space for anger here tonight. All right? Ain't no space for that. I'm not talking about nothing extra. This is just my perception, my opinion on what I've noticed in my almost 4 decades of studying human behavior, observing human behavior, being a part of the human experience, and learning from my mistakes, learning from the things that I did right that seemed to work, This is just a combination of those things. I did not go to school to learn about no relationships. I don't have a degree in relationships. And some people make it seem like you gotta have a degree in relationships to talk about relationships. Some people make it seem like you have to have had been, or you have to be married to talk about relationships as well. And I'm not. I'm just a normal dude. Like I'm just a regular dude that's gonna come give you my observation. Man, I love everybody that's here right now. Listen, let's jump right in right here. Okay. I saw an article or earlier today, and I want to explain to you why I'm saying humans ain't shit. I saw an article today that said that animals are closer to humans than we've ever known before, or something to that effect. I don't have the shit pulled up right in front of me, but hold on, maybe I do. Let me see if I do got it, because maybe I did say, because it was so intriguing to me, just the title alone. And I looked, I thought about us, and I'm like, what the fuck? I did not save it. I'm trash as fuck. I'm trash. But it says something to the effect that animals are closer to humans than we've ever known before. They experience grief and sadness and love and all this shit. Here's what I got when I read the title alone, and I went on to read the article. What I got from that is that the human ego stops us from enjoying relationships. Okay, I'll say that again. The human ego stops us from enjoying relationships and taking relationships as the experiences that they're supposed to be. The human ego stands in the way of this. And this is why humans ain't shit. Because how arrogant do you have to be to say that animals are more like you? Who are you to want to be more like? Who the fuck do we think we are? Like, who are you for animals to even want to be anything like you? If they were really observing us, if they had their form of Nat Geo where they observed us, they'll be looking, shaking their fucking heads. Like, do you see these motherfuckers? How dysfunctional they are? Did she just bust that nigga's windows out? Like, did 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 she just go through his phone? Is this nigga sitting outside her house? They broke up 2 months ago, was it? Look at this nigga. I could only imagine if there was an equivalent that they had where they had cameras watching us. We believe we something special. We believe that we're something great. I've come to the conclusion, and I did it before. I didn't have an epiphany when I saw this. I've been knew humans wasn't shit, but I've come to this conclusion, and I wanted to share it with y'all because I see us believing that we're something that we're really not. We act like we solid. It's so very odd to me. Humans act like we just solid like that, especially when we're talking about relationships. We act like we just solid and firm and loyal, and we have all these innate characteristics in us that makes us better at relationships, that makes an animal would even give a fuck about wanting to be like us. And you'll see humans do this all the time, especially when you're talking about relationships. Humans do this all the time where we will sit around and say that we compare ourselves to animals all the time. Their relationships, how we do things, what we supposed to be doing. We compare it to animals. I know animals probably done got to the point now where they like, yeah, I wish they cut that shit the fuck out because we not like y'all. Y'all got extra shit going on with y'all. We got extra shit going on with us. Egos, pride, jealousy, insecurity, trust issues, baggage, trauma. We got a whole lot of shit going on with us. I don't know how we continue to sit around and compare ourselves to animals who don't have none of this silly ass shit going on with us. Our humanness holds us back. If you observe animals, their situations are a lot more simple, a lot plainer, a lot easier, seemingly anyway, from the outside looking in. But we force ourselves together, force ourselves to live by this set of arbitrary rules and arbitrary roles. And this is just what's supposed to happen. We do it time and time again. And social media has exacerbated the downfall, has exacerbated the fickleness of humans. Because that's one thing I came to the conclusion. If I want to sum humans up based on my study, humans fickle as a bitch. Shifty, fickle. They move. They evolve. They change. They're not the same. They don't handle depression well. They don't handle losses well. This is what I've observed in studying humans. It's what I paid attention to. It's what I saw. This is my, I guess I would consider this my understanding of humans. And based on the fact that I've come to this understanding, it's made me be able to deal with humans better. We don't do that. The one thing that humans do have in our bag that we don't utilize like that is the ability to change and learn. How many times y'all done heard somebody talk about what we are, what they are? The refusal to evolve, the refusal to change. I hear people talking about that shit all the time. The refusal to change. Humans have the ability to change, to learn from their mistakes, but we don't. We do not. I've been a victim of this myself. This is not no high horse shit because I'm not taking myself outside of humans. Don't learn from your mistakes and then blame everybody else for them. Blame everybody else for your mistakes. One of the things that I've learned here, since especially dealing with this YouTube shit, what I've learned mainly is when a woman hit me up in my DM acting like she pro-black, she might be lying. Good chance that she not really like that for real. I learned that. Therefore, I cannot then be disappointed at almost 40 that motherfuckers out here faking the phone. Or you know how motherfuckers say you ain't got a lot of kick it. Well, you actually do, especially if you're trying to be fucking with somebody who has the set of beliefs that I do. Motherfuckers be lying. That's something animals ain't got to deal with that. The caveat of just language, spoken word. No matter what language it is, whether it's English, Spanish, Latin, all the different dialects over in the motherland, like it don't matter what language it is. Patois, slang, ebonics. It don't matter what it is, motherfuckers be lying. Animals don't got to deal with that. A motherfucker lying and shit. That ain't something animals even got to deal with. Why do we keep comparing ourselves to animals? Capitalism has completely eroded the fabric of what, a relationship even is. We got into that a little bit last night. We're dealing with things concepts that these constructs we put on ourselves and we don't learn. There is a set rule for a man in a relationship. There's a set rule. Something you're supposed to be. There's a set rule for a woman in a relationship. There's set rules, things that she's supposed to be. A man is supposed to be provider, protector. Woman's supposed to be nurturer, helpmate, and all this stuff. But what's left out of this conversation is that we act like these things are innately born in us. I done met men that wasn't no damn fighters. I done met women that weren't innately nurturers. But we act like it's a birthright. We act like it's something that is just in our genetic makeup. And that is trash to me. These are things that you can learn if you choose to. You can learn how to fight. You can learn that. You can learn how to be a nurturer. You can learn that. As opposed to what I hear people on YouTube doing is acting like these things are just born into us. And if you a man, you was born with this shit. No. That's not what I've observed. If you're a woman, you were just born with this nurturing softness, and they got this what they call in soft girl era. That ain't real. That's not real shit. These are expectations that we're putting on each other, on ourselves, that we act like are born into us, but they're really not. These are the arrogant, ego-driven ideas that we have about ourselves. You're not like that for real. You're not. You're not like that for real. And I think that's a tough pill for humans to swallow. You're not like that. I'm not saying you can't learn to be like that, but you're not like that for real. Stop it. This illusion of perfection. Stop it. You're not like that for real. You can learn to be a number of things. You can pick up different skill sets throughout your life. But you ain't like that for real. You ain't special as you think you are. That's your ego. That's the human ego. You not special like that. Stop it. I think this caused so many problems. You don't have as many choices as you think you have. Stop it. That's causing a lot of problems. You're not deserving of this perfection that you're going to get in another person. That's not real. You're not like that for real. Stop. This is what's causing so many problems. Nobody is honest about who they really are. Nobody's honest about it. We choose to lie to ourselves instead. I wonder, animals don't deal with that. The human mind is capable of just so many different tricks. It's able to bend and unfold, and it plays tricks on you. We live in an era right now where being regular is not okay. It's not even something that's acceptable. You can't be a regular looking person. Everybody got to either be fine or be ugly as hell. There ain't even a niche for regular. Regular life, regular person, regular job. Like, there is no niche for regular. And this is where most people are, right here, regular. But that's like a negative thing, to be regular. Everybody think they unique, special, when you really ain't shit. You ain't shit, and that's okay. Like, it's gonna be all right. It's going to be okay. Who told you you had to be special in an effort to have the ability to be in a relationship? You ain't got to be. You can be okay. You can be regular. And then we have this illusion of choices. Y'all think y'all got the pick of the litter. Like, what in the fuck? Y'all listen. I'm strolling these YouTube streets. I'm strolling them, walking through, taking a peek over here, little peek over there. Oh, what the fuck they doing over there? Okay, okay. Y'all is believing that y'all got all these choices. You do not have all these choices. This is what your ego has convinced you of. And maybe you getting that shit from social media, the likes that you may get on your silly ass pictures. That's not a reality. You don't have a million choices. You don't get to cut off people left and right and left and right, and then think you're going to end up with some great person at the end of all of this. No, you may not, though. It's very possible that you may not end up like that. Very possible. You don't got all these choices. What you have is people that will fuck you. And if that's what you are basing your value on, then fine. People will have sex with you. But when we're talking about relationships, we can all agree that relationships are a little bit more than that. Right? Even if we'll do very modest a little bit more than that, right? You have choices in people that will fuck you. Let me slow down. These are the choices that you have. These people that you are believing that you just gonna find your forever in, that's not even indicative of human behavior. Forever is not indicative of human behavior. Where did you get that from? Who put that idea in your head? Humans are hard to fucking deal with, especially up close and personal. You call yourself living with somebody? Humans hard to deal with. It's a lot of, and when you're talking about animals, it's more simplistic with animals. We're gonna find us some food. I'm gonna run down this pussy real quick sometime, and that's it. Stop comparing yourself to animals. They shit simpler than yours. Their shit looks a little easier than yours does. There's so many different idiosyncrasies that you have to factor in when you're dealing with humans. Humans are hard to deal with. They aggy, moody, get depressed, be sad, be upset. Oh shit, it ain't got nothing to do with what's going on even within your relationship. They can be mad at something else. You know what I mean? Arguments I done got into with women I was dealing with where they'll tell me a story and I'll tell them, you're the one that's wrong in this. And that's a whole argument. Animals ain't got to deal with that. Stop comparing yourself to fucking animals. Stop it. And when you're dealing with these gurus online, they want to, act like these aren't things that you have to mull out. You have to flesh out. Forever is a long time, ain't it? Can we agree to that? Forever is a long time. And motherfuckers come out with this forever energy with everybody that they trying to deal with or anybody that's call themselves taking seriously. You come out with that forever energy, then you learn what you should have learned by now, what humans are. Forever that's very rare, but we don't treat it as such. That's where all the bitterness comes from. We act like forever is the standard. It's not. It's not the standard. Forever is not the standard. Happily ever after is not the standard. Because we don't control our happy. We let other people do that for us. We let the person we're dealing with do that for us. We want that to be their responsibility. People got to be made happy. Like, what? And y'all like animals? A motherfucker got to make you happy. Do things that you like. Go places you like to go, even if they don't like it. Humans are difficult. This part is left out of anytime I'm listening to relationship conversations. This part is left out and it's leading people astray. Humans ain't shit. Ain't worth a damn. Then you have to question where you got the idea from. Who set you on this path? Who didn't correct you at any point? Why didn't you self-correct at any point? I can't have my heart broken by a woman. That's not no icebox or Morion shit. That's per the research. Observational research. I got a doctorate in it. I gave it to, I ain't got no real doctorate, but I can't have my heart broken by a woman. That doesn't make me anti-woman. That doesn't make me cold against woman. That's acknowledging the fact that a woman is human. Therefore, I know that some fickle fuckery may happen here. Some bullshit may happen. It's not going to devastate me. It's not going to break my heart. Do you know I've said that to women and they get offended? And I'll come back with, wait, will you be happier if you could break my heart? That don't mean I won't care nothing about you. That won't even mean I won't love you. It's just not going to break my heart if some bullshit happen around here. It's not going to break my heart. It's okay. It is going to be all right. Don't feel bad about that. I studied. I may be disappointed. I done wasted some time in a situation, but heartbroken, devastated, no. I'm not doing that. I'm not giving that to a human. The ability to be able to do that to me. Not going to happen. Hold on. Let me slow down. I know humans ain't shit. And somebody asks, is it cultural? And this ain't got to do with culture. I'm not making it specific to black people. I say humans ain't shit. I don't care where you go. I don't care what culture you infuse yourself in. When you're dealing with cultural, when we talk about culture and relationships and cultures, what you'll observe if you do this observational research that I have is they ain't got nothing to do with happiness or love. People have arranged marriages that ain't got shit to do with love. Happiness is an afterthought. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. That's something that we've been fed as humans. A lot of American 3Ks, don't get this shit fucked up, incorporated. A lot of Americans, and I ain't gonna say just in America, but it's an idea. In other cultures, happiness is nowhere on the block for relationships. It's nowhere. Ain't got nothing to do with none of that. It has nothing to do with none of that. We are dealing with people who have been socially engineered to believe things a certain way. And I get that. Fine. The inability to adjust, adapt, and evolve is the issue I have with humans. If we're supposed to be this great intelligent species, why aren't we adjusting? Why aren't we evolving here? We keep beating our head up against a wall, ending up sad, depressed, lonely, sad. And I ain't gonna say what I meant to say was feeling bad about ourselves. You get low on you. You get low on yourself. You have people out here that are serial daters, always in a relationship, can't function without being in a relationship. They like that feeling. People will say that humans aren't supposed to be alone. We're naturally made to couple. The problem with that is that people act like we're naturally made to couple forever. and exist with each other day in and day out. You don't get to compare yourself to no damn animals. Animals, they person or whoever they mated or had a kid with could be gone for months. Hell, they could never see him again. Stop comparing yourself to animals. Humans ain't shit. We're forcing ourselves into these constructs about what relationships are supposed to be, trying to live up to these constructs of relationships are supposed to be, and it's causing us a large, a high level of depression. A high level of depression and sadness and heartbreak. Because we're trying to be under each other all day long. And understand, I'm not saying you obsessed with a person, but we live together. We texting, we talking, we're in communication constantly. That's what we doing. Ain't nobody else doing that. No animals doing that. And I know that humans have this thing where we want to impose our mentalities, impose our social engineering on the entire world to make ourselves a part of nature. We are an anomaly when it comes to nature. We're an anomaly. And I see that we keep trying to force ourselves into this space, and nobody wants to think about it on this level. We humans are an anomaly. Animals in the wild aren't socially engineered to do anything. They do what's natural. Humans aren't doing what's natural. You think it's natural for you to get up and work all goddamn day? That ain't natural. You going to the club on the weekends, meeting people and shit like that. Watching the game, this ain't natural. You don't get to compare yourself to animals. Nothing you're doing is natural. Stop it. Like, just stop. I know you want to. It makes humans feel better if we can impose us into nature and we're doing what's natural. No, we're not. We're not doing what's natural. We're not doing what's observed in nature at all. You got human life expectancy is what, 70 years, 70 plus years? And you supposed to be with one person? There is no other species that exists that way, nor is the pressure on them to exist that way. You're not the same. Humans ain't from around here. I say that shit all the time. Like, I believe that in my heart. We not from around here. No matter how much you try to impose, no matter how much we try to interject ourselves, we ain't from around here. We're not doing what's natural. Black and bougie. Oh God. Black and bougie said this. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. Black and bougie says, I'm gonna put it on the screen just to deal with some of y'all's comments. Black and bougie says, FYI, swans and pigeons have the same partner for life. How long is the life expectancy of a swan and pigeon? Or swans and penguins? How long is that life expectancy? Do that research real quick and get back to me with an answer. Black and bougie. I'll show you why this is a ridiculous argument for humans to have. Go tell me how long they live and come back. Go find out how long they live and come back. Miss Jones says, well, I tried to be good until an animal can wipe his own ass and take a shower. Have you seen some of the fur coats that these motherfuckers be in blood and can clean themselves with their fucking tongues in a river somewhere? You seen some of these pictures of these animals, them coats be clean as a bitch, to be fair. there will be no comparison. So see, now you're putting yourself up over animals, and that's, I get what you're doing, but come on. Why? You said until an animal can wipe his own ass and take a shower. All humans don't wash their own ass and take a shower, to be fair. And actually, all that random hunching they do carry diseases. STDs, you telling me animals carry STDs? That's what you gonna say? You gonna put that on animals because you mad? Your ego hurt? Is your human ego hurt? You about to lie? That's what you gonna do? Now, I ain't saying you can't do it, but this is the problem with humans. See, what makes me, and again, I don't think, I mean, even when I say we're not unique, we're not. What makes me unique is I can acknowledge that humans ain't shit, and it's okay. I don't. My ego isn't affected by that. It's just an acknowledgement. You're not stating facts. You're not stating facts at all. You just made that up. You just said animals be spreading the STDs. That's not a fact. You said because they don't have hands to wash and shower, that, I mean, that's, you can brag about your opposable thumb and running water, and you can brag about that, but I mean, you ain't stating no facts. I'm sorry. This is not, again, it's hard for humans to hear, and I don't know why. Like, it's okay. I'm not gonna go kill myself tomorrow because humans ain't shit and I'm a human. Like, no. It's just a matter of acknowledging the fact. It's just a matter of acknowledging the fact. Opposable thumbs. Okay, research done here. Black and Bougie says penguins 15 to 20, swans about the same. The Canadian ones can live for 40 years. So about 15 to 20 years, they mate for life. I mean, I guess after they get grown. I don't know at what age they're considered grown to where they are mating. I don't think they come out of the womb mating. So I'll say, what are we talking about 10 years, maybe 10, 15 years, something like that, right? Maybe possibly 10 to 15 years. And these are two species that mate for life. Also, the bald eagle also mates for life. But our life expectancy is 70 years plus. I don't get the comparison. I don't understand it. Orcas live 40 plus years. Respect, not disrespecting this. Not disrespecting this. These life expect, but it's not 70 years. It's not 70 years, nor are they dealing with the things that make humans human, like jealousy, like somebody being mad about cheating and all this other extra shit. Because y'all said they mate for life. Does that mean they don't ever? I guess. Well, I understand. I guess mating for life, they're not ever stepping outside of their relationship to fuck with no other penguin or whatever. But what if that penguin dies early for whatever reason? What if that swan dies early for whatever reason? I imagine they move on. Something happened to them or something like that. Because the streets get real. Polar bears be knocking penguins off. Or am I thinking about seals? I don't know who the fuck be knocking penguins off. Somebody probably knocks them off though. And they just gotta move on. Like, this motherfucker didn't come back home. I guess he ain't coming. Gotta move on. They're not taking to Instagram and Facebook to tell the world how traumatized they are about what happened here and what took place and in a deep depression. These are human additives. These are human additives. Lucid Link says, so what should we be doing, Rob? Do what we're do. I'm not telling y'all not to do. I'm not. This is not me telling people not to be with each other. This is me telling people to have more realistic expectation when you run out here. This is mate, couple, do what you got to do. Do whatever it is makes you happy. Whatever that is. If that's being with somebody, be with somebody. Hell, I'm not here to knock that at all. But know what you're dealing with. I feel like we get out here and we don't know what we're dealing with. We have this illusion in our mind of what we're dealing with, as opposed to the reality of what we're dealing with. Instead, I think that would cause for a lot happier people. You telling me all these people are mad and sad and angry on social media over relationships, that's normal? That's normal shit? That's normal. We're acting like that's not normal. Animals don't do that. They just don't. They really do not. Black and Bougie says, do you believe in love at all? Absolutely. I don't think I'm destined to find it, but some people will. I believe in it. I just have a realistic concept of what it is. I just have a more realistic concept. I think a person can fall in love multiple times in their life. I think a person can love multiple people at once. I just have a different concept of what love is. It's not what this ownership, it's not this property, it's not that for me. It's not that for me. I think that we have our ideas of love shaped for us and instilled in us, and then we go out here searching for that, and we're let down because we're looking for it amongst humans. You may fall in love, and 10 years later, this person may be a whole new person, whole different person. Woke up to some shit, or they had a life-changing event, end up in a goddamn wheelchair, or sick, or just experience something different, and they become somebody different. We don't factor in people changing throughout their lives, people evolving throughout their lives. Sometimes you can't go with them where they're going. Sometimes they put on an extra 100 pounds and you want to love them. You want to love them, but you just can't be with them. You might still love them. There are people that love each other that aren't together, and things, happen or whatever, and they just can't be together, but there's still love there. But I can't be with you. You throw on an extra 100. Mm-mm. I can't be with you. I can't. I'm sorry. But that's my human fuckery. That's my human fuckery. I don't know if animals will not fuck with they whoever they fucking with because they throw on an extra 100 or 50 or whatever. Like, I don't know if that's something that they even do. They may not give a fuck. I'm childish. I'm childish. Childish as fuck. God is what's up. Rob, you ever been in love? I've been in love several times. I don't think I don't think it's something that we when we looking at as far as in love, like it's almost like it's a once in a lifetime thing. I don't think it's like that. I've loved several people, been in love with several people. But when we're talking about in love, it's based on a perception of what that is to whoever the person is. Your idea of in love may be different from mine. What you do in love may be different from mine. There is the emotional state of people. Just like, you ever seen somebody where they get mad on a level that you don't even really understand, but that's their level. Where you can get mad, but your mad ain't like they mad, but you still be mad. It's different levels to the shit. There is no blanket statement, or not blanket statement. There's no blanket emotional set, in my opinion. There is no blanket, because again, people change. I've had people that told me they couldn't fuck with me no more because of my pro-black shit. I wasn't about to be like, well, because I care about you, I'm gonna keep cooning. No, I couldn't do that. Whether I loved them or not, it just is what it is. Like, I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't gonna do that. Black and Bougie says, do you believe in monogamy? I think it's something that one can pursue. It's a choice. I don't think it's innate to humans. No, I don't think it's a natural thing for humans. No, I don't think that. But I believe in it based on the fact that I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like Jesus. Some people are monogamous. Therefore, I don't have a choice but to believe in it per se. But the idea that you're going to have one sexual partner for your whole life is just not, that's not most people's story. It's just not. Now, while you're dealing with one person, you're dealing with that one person, one person at a time. I get that. Cool. It's safer, less mess. I do understand that. But acting like, you're only sexually attracted to one person at a time, that's just not real to me. That's not real life. That's not real life. Now, I've known women that can run into some dick that slow them down. Women can do that. Women can do that. They can run into some dick that will slow them down, even if they was on some out here in the street shit. They can run into some dick that will slow them down. Because the difference to me between men and women in this aspect is, a man, more than likely, he's going to come every time he has sex, unless something is crazy going on that day. If he don't, more than likely he'll be able to come. If he having sex with a woman A or woman B, woman C, he'll be able to come all over the place right there. A woman, based on the research, based on the matter of facts, really, women aren't going to always get to that point just because they're having sex with a man. That's why women can slow down when they run into one of them type dicks. They can slow the fuck down because they wasn't coming anyway. So they run into a man that's, going crazy in the paint, got him, going off with it, got that pussy, doing what it do. They can slow the fuck down. They'll slow down. Yellow light. And yellow light can become a fucking red light immediately. They'll stop. A woman can do that. But I think it's different, like I said, because men can come across the board. So, it's a little different for men, because men are going to get to that peak at damn near every time. Women, it's very rare for a woman to reach their sexual, as far as having an orgasm, it's going to be more rare for her to get there. So when she run into a dick that can do that consistently, she'll sit her ass down somewhere. She'll sit down somewhere. Those is facts. Those is facts. And you ain't got to ask her to. You ain't got to threaten her. If you fuck another nigga, I'm going to kill everybody. You ain't got to talk like that. If you know what you doing in the paint, you ain't got to talk like that. You ain't got to make them type of threats. She not going to do it anyway. She going to put all her focus on you, and that might get on your motherfucking nerves, my nigga. Really. I mean, if you want to be real about it. Because men do have this thing where they try to monopolize all pussy and then be mad when a woman get her some dick on the side. It's a little selfish. It's a little selfish, okay? But if you know you got the type of dick that creates stalkers, because you know what you're doing, then you ain't got to talk like that. You ain't got to threaten her life. You ain't got to threaten. She not going to do that. A man could be dealing with some crazy, pussy crazy, good pussy, right? And that won't necessarily stop him from getting some other pussy. It's a little different. It's a little different. It's a little different. It's just a little different. Humans are complex creatures. In this area, I know y'all don't want to compare yourself to animals. Y'all like comparing yourself to animals all the time, but sexually, I know you don't want to compare yourself to animals because those female animal species, do you think they really get? I mean, I don't know, but I mean, come on. I done seen where a lion, I'm talking about 3 strokes, that boy dead. Like that boy dead. No, it's no session, no all night long. Lick on my titties right here. Eat this put none of that. 3 strokes, that boy dead. Y'all don't wanna y'all don't want y'all shit to be like animals there. Y'all and I don't know whether animal bitches be mad or what, like talking shit about these niggas. Like this nigga really think he be doing like 3 strokes, this nigga dead. Like get the fuck out of here. I don't know whether they clown these motherfuckers or that's just the norm for them. But y'all do not want to compare yourself. Y'all don't want to compare yourself to some of these animals, and not sexually. Y'all carry them everywhere else. But no, you don't want to do that. That shit over quick. It's over quick. It really is. It's over quick as a bitch, like for real. So it's a little different for animals in this regard as well, and I don't know that causes a problem. Like whether they feeling like they are not getting what the passion and love that they reserve. He don't make love to me. Like I don't know whether I don't know whether it's a problem over there or not, but they not is no. I don't think that's going on over there at all. I just don't think. I don't know, but I don't think. You see what I'm saying? Mm. But understand, this isn't me being anti anything. I wish we had more realistic expectations. I really do. I think it would make for the human experience to be more pleasant. I think it would make for the human experience to be, something more positive, and particularly when we're dealing with in the area of love and relationships. Y'all hear how many people be mad about relationships and trying to figure them out and all this old shit. And you got men trying to tell other men and they can do this and do that. And you can get the woman, and women trying to tell other women you can do this and do that. And you can get the man. It's not real. It's just not real. These absolutes that we deal in as humans aren't real because humans are fickle. A woman could be doing everything and a man still might hit the block and get him some other pussy. A man could be doing everything and that woman still might hit the block and get her some other dick. She still might start liking somebody else, liking something in somebody else. He might start liking something like there is no automatic code. I think humans can gear ourselves and set ourselves better to kind of force ourselves together. I think that we have that ability, but it just, there is no absolute way to do this shit. And I think that's the flaw. That's one of the biggest flaws. There's no absolute way. You give your best, you come out and do your best, and that's all you can do. Whatever happens, happens. And then what we have now where people are so quick to leave their relationships because they have so many options. And then you have or the illusion of options because they're not real. I think this DM culture has made people believe that they got all these people they can go be with. That ain't real. That's not real. Who you can have sex with and who you can tolerate spending a day with, these are two different people. Or not, I won't say two different people. I'll say these are two different energies. They require two different mindsets. Two different mindsets. So then you have this, this expectation that now, well, sex is the relationship, even though it's not. I've dealt with women and involved myself in sexual contact with women that conversation wise, hanging out with this motherfucker, like, no, I didn't want to do that because she was lame outside of sex. She was lame. No conversation, no, nothing really to add to the vibe or anything outside of sex. It was nothing. It was nothing. So there is no automatic, you know what I'm saying? Like, there is no automatic thing. Black and Bougie says, but Rob, men know that women want comfort, affirmation, and stability. Why don't they do it? Some men do. Some men do. To sit here and say that men are the downfall of relationships, that's not real. That's just something that people say is comfortable. It's a comfortable thing that, you blame all things on the men in the relationships, but that's not always the case. That's not always the case because women know what men want and they don't give a fuck. They don't care. Men are supposed to cater to what a woman wants. Just like you said, why won't they do it? That's a man's job, is to cater to what a woman wants and what she needs. And I get that to a certain degree, but what about what men ask for? No one cares. Women don't give a fuck what a man asking for outside of sex. The interpersonal aspect of what men asking for, women don't give a fuck about none of that unless she wants to do it. She got to be in a mood to be cool with this nigga or, vibe with him or not get on his fucking nerves or not run her mouth all fucking day and be on some bullshit. She got to be in a mood to do that shit. There is this idea that women are just perfect out the womb. It's not real. It's not real. It's really not. I posted on my old Instagram page, there was a study done that showed, why women cheat. And they showed the percentage in which women do cheat. And it's actually I think it was 2% less than men. But women act like women cheat at 2% and men cheat at 40% or some shit like that. No, it's like 38-40. But the perception is that women are just perfect, do everything she can, got the greatest attitudes, and be like, that's not real. And I think it's from that perspective that a lot of women end up, being hurt or, being victims of relationships. This man did this man did that, man, whatever. That becomes the norm. That becomes the norm. And to me, it's just not normal. You don't believe what? You don't believe women cheat at just as high as a propensity as men, or so-called cheat? Because again, we're forcing monogamy. So I mean, the idea of cheating is a little bit interesting to me. That could be a whole nother live in itself. But you're saying you don't believe that? No. See, this is again. No. This is again. I understand. Here's why I'm talking about ego, and this is why I say humans ain't shit. Because regardless of what information is presented, because you may not be, but you're not all women. You're not even most women. You're only one woman. You see what I'm saying? So why is it so hard for you to believe that women cheat? Do you know how many wives and girlfriends I fucked in my life? So many. So many wives and girlfriends I fucked in my life. So many. Now, the man never found out, so her record was clean, but I did it. I'm talking about head and everything. I'm talking about the full Monty, if you will. Okay. Whopping all with a boyfriend. Now, I don't shame women for that. I'm not trying to shame the situation or anything like that. I'm just saying it happened. It happened. So to say that you don't believe it, it's your ego that's making you not want to believe that about women. It just is what it is. That's that ego shit. Just like, like with men, I'll take men for example. Men got egos, and typically they're going to be centered around our dicks. We all believe we sex gods. Our ego does that. We don't have to be in actuality. We don't really be wanting to care. We don't really care much to please a woman sexually. But we all believe we sex gods. That's ego. Because studies show that women aren't coming from sex. So therefore, men can't then be sex gods as well. But our ego, regardless of the research, regardless of what women are saying, when women will tell me at my age, up in my age, they never came before until, they ran into a motherfucker like me, but they ain't came their whole life. So how then are men sex gods? That's ego. Ego gets in the way a lot of times about a lot of things. We just ignore it. Yeah, you making blanket statements, and I think this is black and bougie. I think this is what I'm talking about with what social media has done to the block, to the world. You say women want commitment for the most part. Who are in the nation? Who are the prostitutes of the nation? Who are the prostitutes? Call girls? Who are these people? Hmm? Who are these people? If all women just want is commitment, how then are there prostitutes, porn stars, stripper? I'm not gonna say strippers because I guess I can't say strippers are necessarily fucking people, but some of them go. Who's engaged in this profession? Who can make a killing off this shit? Men can try to sell their dick, but we ain't got shit on women. We ain't got shit on no woman. Hmm? Come on now, answer the question. Anybody can answer it. Y'all women not gonna let women. I'm talking about, this is what's so crazy about women. God is talking about that's usually out of our desperation, though. Not saying that desperation isn't a real thing. I won't take that away. Okay. I've talked to some prostitutes that take pride in being prostitutes. It wasn't out of desperation. It was a way to make easy money. It's a lick. 30 minutes, I can get $1,000, or I ain't saying I don't know what the rates are, but I'm probably being too generous. But some women like that. They like that shit. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. Thank you, Veronica. The first person to answer the question, women. And I'm not just gonna say black women. See, hey, Hakeem is saying women of color. That's not true. Women, period. Women make up this profession. Okay? Not all women want commitment. Not all of them don't. And some of them might want a man to be committed to them, but they still want to go fuck around on the side or whatever. And I ain't knocking it, but we can't act like that's not a real thing. We can pay attention and acknowledge the studies about men cheating, but not women cheating. See, and this is what causes us not to understand each other. To me, anyway, we don't want to acknowledge who humans are. Like, this is who humans are. Forcing ourselves into monogamous forever relationships has not panned out for us as a people, as a human race. It just ain't. It hasn't panned out like that. So if we can acknowledge everybody's okay with men cheat, okay, and you'll have some rare, real women that will acknowledge the fact that women cheat too, and women cheat even more. They just don't get caught. You'll have real women sometimes that will acknowledge that. But because of a lot of women's egos, a lot of women can't acknowledge that. Y'all learn that men want shit from very early on in life, and all men do is cheat. All they think about is pussy. That's all they do in their life. So once that's put into your mind, that's what you expect anyway. And you're not going to hear nothing else. No matter whether or not, you learn that women, do step outside of relationships or whatever. It don't matter whether you learn it or not. It don't matter. And some people be having that break sex. You know how a motherfucker break up? Go get them some dick on the side right there while they was broke up for that week or that day or two or whatever the fuck they be doing. And then go right back to their boyfriend. Like, y'all act like it's hard because nobody wants to be real about what's really going on out here. And it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's a tough situation. But nobody wants to deal with it. We can't deal with it because women have this facade of themselves and sugar and spice and everything nice. And, they just do everything men want them to do, but men just don't act right. It's such bullshit. This is why I say humans ain't shit. This is why I say it. This is what my fucking this is how I came to this conclusion. Humans ain't shit. Too much ego involved. We can't even have a real conversation. Because women perfect and men are the only ones that cheat. I mean, like, come on, y'all. That's unreal. Humans struggle with being faithful. That's a real statement. That's the realest statement to be made here. Women will sit here and justify, well, women cheat because they emotionally deprived. What the fuck does that have to do with the reasons why is not what we're talking about here. We're talking about it happening. You see what I'm saying? It ain't the whys don't matter. You with a man that's not emotionally satisfying you, then why you with him? Same thing y'all tell a man. Well, they just end the relationship. Well, women ain't doing that. Nobody's doing that for real. People like that comfort of having that base, that foundation, that safety that they can run back to, that safety net. That's what people do. Humans do this. But we can't acknowledge that humans do it. We can't acknowledge the reality of humans because we all want to put ourselves on pedestals. Humans ain't shit. It just is what it is. This is men, women, and all these other confused other groups of so-called men and women ain't shit. Nobody ain't shit. I'm sorry. I know that's devastating for a lot of people. Don't nobody want to deal with that. Nobody ain't shit. Right? Nobody ain't shit. I'm cool with that. That don't make me feel no type of way. I don't feel like I have to come out here and defend men or defend humans. Like, no, humans just ain't shit. Ghetto, that's real. Ghetto, that's real shit. Ghetto, the orator says, I took my girl back after she cheated. We about to get married soon. A lot of motherfuckers will call you a simp. I'm not going to do it to you. I'm not going to treat you like that because I don't know what you see in that woman or how much you love her. I don't know any of that information. That's real shit. That's real. You were able to work past it. I'm sure you guys may have had the conversation or whatever the fuck happened there. And y'all decided to stay together. People will call people dumb and stupid for that. You a dumb nigga. You a simp nigga. You a dumb bitch. You a doormat hoe for sticking it out. If I love somebody, I'm not leaving her. If she fuck around and run into some dick somewhere, I'm not leaving. If I love her, I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not just gonna leave her over that. Those 20 minutes, nah, I'm good. We can talk about it. See what's going on around here. Make sure that blood work good. Now we got to make sure the blood work come back clean. Now, you know, make sure the blood work is tight, right? If I'm saying I love her, I don't leave a woman I love for that. That ain't it. Not for me. And motherfuckers will tell me that, that the way I talk about love, it seemed like something wrong with my shit. No, I think something wrong with your shit. That's how I be feeling. Y'all love got a whole lot of conditions on it. Whole lot of. Because I'm not even me. I don't even ask a woman not to have sex with other men. I don't say nothing about having sex with other men when I'm dealing with a woman. I focus on my blood work. I focus on that because that's my main thing. My blood work. That's what I focus on. But congratulations to you, and you about to get married. Congratulations to you. Black and bougie, you a sad case, yo. I'm almost sad you think this stuff. Black and bougie said that's why women initiate divorce because she's unhappy. We just discussed that the number one cause of divorce is finances. What? You don't believe that either? That's fake news. It's unhappy women being tortured by these treacherous ass men. That's tough. I can't knock it though. You're a woman. You're a woman, and that's what you're gonna think. I can't. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, listen. I'm not telling people. I'm not telling people not to um stay with or lead their people or whatever. Black and bougie, you all over the place now. Yeah, she's unhappy about their finances. You said women just wanted commitment, security, and some other bullshit earlier. I mean, what you gonna do here? Now it's finances. Now we talking about prostitution. She want to pay for play, a relationship. Didn't give a fuck about commitment. When it comes down to money, I don't know if I'm gonna read no more of your comments because you all over the place. Okay, Elaine says security, aka money. So men, keep that in mind. Women are just wanting security as a facade. They don't really want you to protect them like that. They want you to get that bread. Finances is security. Okay. I can respect that. I can respect that, but good luck to all of y'all. And y'all act like something wrong with me. Good luck to y'all. People want to act like something wrong with me because I'm not going to leave a woman I love. And again, y'all said love. Y'all said love. This how I know love ain't real out here like that. Y'all said love. I'm not, but again, because I don't put that as a condition, I don't worry about, I don't care nothing about that. I care about how I'm being treated, the things that she's doing to make me love her, and it ain't got nothing to do with sex. So sex isn't the thing that she will be able to take outside of me, and I'm gonna stop loving her because of that, because sex ain't the reason I love her. Sex ain't it. Sex is basic. So that ain't the reason I love her. Therefore, I'm not going to take my love away because of that. It just is what it is. That's just me though. That's just me. I don't fall in love with pussy. I don't think pussy mine. I don't do that. That ain't why I love a woman. Pussy, sex, sex gonna be crazy regardless. That part is what it is. I'm coming through there. I ain't worried about that. That's easy. That's not a concern of mine. As far as no relationship I've ever been in, sex was my concern. No, it's the interpersonal parts, being with each other all day, not arguing about dumb shit. It's all of that type of stuff. Laughing together, vibing together. Sex is, man, I got, listen, the pussy part I got locked. I'm not worried about that. That's not the reason that, some of the relationships I've had have crumbled. Sex. It wasn't that. That wasn't it. That's not why I love a woman, because of pussy. Mm-mm. I can make any pussy whop. Like what's that? That ain't shit to me. That's not shit to me. Head, that ain't, I mean, that's basic. Cause when that dick crazy, they sucking dick. So that ain't nothing to me. I'm gonna come through there and moonwalk in that pussy. So you gonna get the head. So that's working together. That's done. That's settled already. So then now we dealing with everything else outside of that. Now we dealing with everything outside of that. I've become a beast. Hey, Miss Jones, put a little bit respect on my name. Miss Jones said, "We know, Rob, your pullout game is trash. My pullout game has become top tier due to PTSD. Pullout game top tier now. Condom on, I'm still pulling out. Top tier. Pullout game is top tier nowadays. Okay." I've grown, goddamn it. I told y'all, humans supposed to have the ability to learn. My pullout game is tough these days. Okay. You have every reason to hold me like that. We not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and act astonished by the assumption. Pullout game top tier now. Condom or not, it's top tier. I'm out of there. And I don't give a damn if I'm being held by feet, held by hands, or not. I Incredible Hulk a bitch to get up out of there now. I'm traumatized. I've been dealing with trauma. I've dealt with trauma in my life, and it led me to you know. My shit is sent from the gods now. Sent from the gods. I'm traumatized, but I got PTSD. Lingo. Lingo Dinkor says, no, not all pussy is WAP. Shit me. I won't say shit me. Here's what I'll say. In my experience, you can make all pussy WAP. In my experience, you can do it. You can do it. Unless there's a anomaly style medical condition or something crazy going on where her pussy is like on some Benjamin Button shit. Then fine. What can you do? She got the pussy of a 85-year-old woman. Nothing you can do about that, and she ain't but 30. That's an anomaly. She should be studied in a book. That should put her as a case study. But a normally functioning pussy, shit, boy, shit. I tell you what, I would argue against you on that lingo. I've seen some things. I'm gonna tell you that. I've seen some things. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna get into it heavy over here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go too hard. What I'm gonna tell you is you can do it. It is what it is. You can make all pussy walk. Black and Bougie, what you talking me? See what say. Black and Bougie says, what qualities you want? I know you want a non-believer. Man, I'm playing, yo. I'm playing. I'm getting old. I'm getting old, and I'm getting older. And as I think about the things that I've wanted in women at one point in my life, I'm in a different place now. Of course, you don't want I know you say, I know you want a non-believer. Anybody that's worshiping, that's on their knees for Jesus, I don't want her getting on her knees for me like that. I'm all set with that. I don't want nobody on their knees for Jesus, because then her jaw's gonna be tired by the time she get to me, and we ain't got time for that, right? I don't want that. Uh, I, this is such a loaded fucking question. God damn, I could do a whole stream what I want. But no, it's simple, really. I want somebody that fuck with me, like for real, not just fuck with what they perceive of me online. Because again, I told you, I ran into people that will fake like they on some, will be conscious, will be pro black shit. I don't want no fake shit. I want somebody that's really for the people in real life. Like, not just on a fucking computer screen, not just going through a phase of pro blackness. Because I've run into that as well. Motherfuckers that go through a phase and then they become a coon. Like, no. So you go from coon to pro black back to cooning because pro blackness wasn't popular, didn't work, it wasn't given or whatever the fuck. No, I don't want that. I want somebody that's decided that this is what I want. This is what I want to represent in my life. It makes me proud all by myself. When the cameras is turned off, when I'm all by myself, I'm proud of who I am and what I represent as a black person. And I represent for my people. And I'm not on no coon shit. I want a woman that's thinking like that. Okay. And I used to wouldn't start with the mentality. I used to would start with ass. Let me tell you something about ass. Okay. I'm still partial to, if I can say that. Like, I'm still partial to that, but I don't start with that. That used to be where I started. As a flawed mentality. I started with superficial. Now I go inside out, if that makes sense. Now I start with the mind, and I come to the outside, because some of the things on the outside can be worked with if you're dealing with a woman with the right mindset anyway. So I start inside and work my way out, if that makes sense. Somebody who is chill, don't really get into a whole lot of arguing and silly, stupid ass shit, secure in herself, dealt with whatever trauma, if she's experienced trauma, dealt with whatever that was. A woman who has the womanness to apologize when she's wrong. We've normalized women not apologizing. I think that's crazy. Men are always in a position where you gotta apologize, but I want a woman that can apologize when they're wrong. You stepped out of pocket. You was wilding a little bit. Just apologize so we can get on past this shit. Like, it's more of the internal for me now. Now, does that mean I want me, a woman with a fucked up, terrible body, don't give a fuck about taking care of us. No, I don't want that because I think if your outside look like that, your mentality can't be strong or you'd be working on that anyway. But I do focus more now in my mind when I'm observing women. This is whether I'm trying to deal with that woman or not. I want to be more into what's in her mind, what's in her head. I don't need for every woman I fuck with to be a 10, as they call it, a 10 in the face and all this shit. That shit been cool. I done did it. It's not what people think. These 10s be crazy and entitled and spoiled. And no, 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 no. I don't necessarily need that. If she got the mentality and it comes with that, fine. But I don't necessarily need that. I'm cool. I'm cool. I don't focus on that no more anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's a mentality thing for me now. At the age I am now, at the age I'm at now, it's a mentality thing for me. What's she believing in? What does she really put stock into? Is she working on herself? Does she believe she's a work in progress at all times? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that something that she's constantly working towards? A confident woman, a woman that likes real hip hop, rap music, and real R&B. Goddamn it! Now I couldn't imagine me smoozing a young thug fan. So, even though that's more superficial, but it's mentality for me now. I've changed them as I've gotten older, because a lot of times women, you know, women will come at me, and I mean, beautiful, beautiful women, beautiful, beautiful women. Couple conversations later, and you dealing with a coon, or you dealing with somebody who is flawless. I don't want to meet a woman or deal with a woman that's my age and she perfect. I'm talking about not necessarily perfect in that moment, but been perfect all her life. I don't want that. We're not either she's delusional or she one of the type people who can't take any accountability for anything they've ever done. And that's going to be a problem down the line. That's going to be a problem down the line. That's going to be a problem down the line. But all these so-called bad bitches that all that is cool, but nah, I'm all set. I'm all set. That could be, 6 or 7 thing down. Like I don't really focus as much on, you know, on that stuff versus the internal, especially again at my age. I'm almost 40 years old. I'm almost 40 years old. Is this woman willing to learn? Can she be corrected? Can she take direction? Can she follow instructions? It'd be simple things like that I never, you know, I never thought about that stuff when I was coming up. Thick, you know what I'm saying? No stomach, pretty in the face, or cute in the face, or whatever like that. That was the criteria. I never thought about these things as to now in my older age. I know how much these things matter. A woman who can take direction matters. It matters. These is facts, Jeremiah. They never been required to. See, the thing about oh, let me take a sip of water. The thing about these so-called tens, as Jeremiah Miller says, a lot of them tens have no personality, no type personality, and boring. They never had to. They showed up as a 10, and that's all they had to do. Now, I'm not saying every, would be above average as far as the looks and body category goes. I'm not gonna say this applies to every single one of them, but they didn't have to do anything. They didn't have to flesh out a personality. They showed up being ditzy and dingy as fuck, and they looked the part. So men would fuck with them. Men would tolerate them because of their looks. But just for this man to say, "Well, I fuck with her," or she on my arm or whatever like that, like an arm piece or whatever. But his nerves, though. See, I'm not into sacrificing my nerves. I'm getting too old. I'm not gonna sacrifice my nerves. I'm not doing that. I can't do that. Not no more. Mm-mm. Nah, I'm cool. I am cool on all of that. And I have women, I mean, beautiful women try to run down on me all the time. And I can tell very early, no, it ain't there. It ain't there. They ain't talking about shit really. They aggy. You can't tell them nothing really. Like, nah, I'm all set. I'm all set. I'm all set. But we don't have these, you know, we don't have these realistic concepts as it pertains to human beings. We don't think about this shit. Everybody thinks that they are something amazing, that there's something great. Not they don't have any interest on working on being something great. They already know that they are. They already know that they are. And I'm not saying that every single person isn't. I mean, not saying there aren't great people out here, but humans got this. I'm telling you, man, it's a whole lot of ego that holds us back from being the best version of ourselves that we present to someone that we can be. And then we lie. We lie so much about who we are, what we believe in, and we speak in absolutes all the time. And that's a flaw. It's a flawed mentality. It's a flawed perception. It's a flaw in even thinking that you're going to lead with these lies and it's going to work out in the long run. It's just not. Listen, I don't have time for that shit no more. I present who I am. And either you can get with it or you cannot. And that's okay with me. I don't feel like I lost out on anything. I don't feel deprived in any way. I just present, here's who I am. Because I ain't gonna say, I'll be honest about this. Most women will start off with, well, you so fine. And I don't give a fuck about none of that. That don't stroke my ego. It don't make me feel no type of way. I don't care anything about that shit. That means nothing to me at all. Being handsome or whatever the fuck, like, it's handsome niggas everywhere. That ain't shit. That ain't, you telling me that's why you noticed me? I mean, I get the notice initially, the initial, as far as in real life now. Social media is a little bit different because you have a kind of a purview into somebody's mentality based on their social media pages. You can kind of see what they about, see the type shit they posting and whatnot like that. But when it comes to online shit, and that's what a motherfucker lead with, I'm like, okay, that's cool, and that's fine and dandy, and I'm not, I appreciate the compliment and all that, but if that's what's been causing you to fuck with niggas for your life, in particular if you're in your adult life, then you done fucked with some you done fuck with a lot of dudes. And how did their fineness work out for you? Fine can't be it. Handsome can't be it. Sexy can't be it. You've been fucking with fine, sexy niggas all your life. What did it do? What did it do for you? Where did you end up? How are you here? You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's just the way I'm looking at shit now is just a little bit different. Bad bullshit. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Bad and bougie talking about you are fine though. I really appreciate that. I really do. But I think that especially when it comes to women, because women, they like fine dudes. They like handsome guys. Cool. I fucks with that. It's cool. Nothing wrong with that. But a lot of times I feel like the internal or the mindset is being overlooked a lot of times because of this fineness and this handsomeness and all this stuff. It's being overlooked sometimes. It's being overlooked. It's being overlooked, and even with me, I got to be careful of a woman even being like, you being pro black like that. That's sexy as fuck to me. That used to get me. That used to get me like shit. You like my pro blackness, but that's that. No, it not no more. Are you the same way? Because if you just like it sexy on me, how does it look on you? That ain't that. That used to get me. I ain't gonna lie. Back in the day, like shit, pro black. You think that's sexy? Okay, that's what's up. But now it's like, okay, well, how does it look on you? How does it look on you? Because this ain't just no internet shit that I'm on. I'm like this for real. I'm like this for real. Like every day, all day. And then women always like, my sense of humor or whatever. Because I mean, we gonna be laughing. I'm a serious dude, but I like to laugh at shit too. You know what I'm saying? I laugh at the truth, laugh at reality, because this shit is crazy sometimes, and this shit be funny. You know what I'm saying? So, I always had that in the bag too. But it's like you think it's sexy. I'm pro black like this and all this, but it's like, what are you like? Are you in the same vein? Are you in the same mindset? Or are you just placating to me because you think or that's what I fuck with? Are you just playing a role to get in my pants? Women, let me tell you what women do. It's so funny. I'm gonna tell you what women do that's so funny. I'm gonna answer both y'all's questions. David and C and Mike, I'm gonna come to y'all next. Women do this is so funny. They say, well, men tell these lies to get into to get into women's pants, get in their drawers. Women do that shit too. It's done happened to me. Like women will be fake as hell, just everything that they would think I like, and I'm early on, I'm falling for this shit. I'm falling for it. I'm like, you ain't really pro black. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You come to that realization, you ain't no pro black. Like, what the hell? Get the fuck out of here. You was playing. You were playing just to get some dick. Don't fucking play with me like that. Like, what the fuck? Niggas a lie about they got them finances and shit like that. I'm like, man, if y'all don't quit now I got to be cautious of everything. Like, I got to be mindful of everything. Because women will fake like they pro black just to get to some dick. I said, God, would look, come to find out. Remember, motherfuckers say that shit. That might be some country shit or, some shit that motherfuckers say here in North Carolina. But come to find out, women be doing that shit too. I said, God damn, the fucking chameleon. You motherfucker. Done got this dick up off me, and here I am, my fist up. I got my fist up. And you on some coon shit. Now what the fuck? Why this little coon sleeping out? And I'm like, you cooning, right? You don't you thought this was just for the internet, like on some photo ops or captions or videos, lives? Like, I'm really like this. What the fuck? That shit is trash, yo. Where I said I was gonna go to David says, Rob, what do you think about age gaps when dealing with a woman? I mean, I think anything over 8 years is a little much for me personally. Now, of course, if you're not breaking the law, law says this or whatever. But for me as a man, to me, If I'm dealing with, I'm almost 40, I'm dealing with somebody that's, my oldest daughter is 18. If I'm dealing with somebody that's my daughter, oldest daughter age, like, what the fuck wrong with me? Like, what's wrong with me? And some men can make it logical to themselves, like, well, a younger girl, I can mold her into what. Like, I'm not. I have the ability to where either, because every young girl can't be molded. I don't know. This is a part of the lies I'm talking about. Every young girl, young woman can't be molded. What you're dealing with is a motherfucker that's gonna get on your goddamn nerves all the time, being childish. They can't all be molded. That is another facade that these men that like young girls will try to tell you. They can't all be molded. You dealing with young girl shit. Now, sad part, I learned that a lot of the young girl shit, older women is doing it too. It don't stop like I thought. I'm gonna tell you, older women lied to me coming up. They led me astray here. Because a lot of older women be on the same young girl shit. It's like, yo, like yo, I thought y'all was mature up here in age and you know, I thought y'all was a little more mature. What they leave out is once they run into a certain type dick, they all go back to young girl shit. Sometimes, let me just tell you, listen. Once they run into a certain type of dick, some of them are liable to go back to being on some young girl, jealous, want to fight every woman you fucking speak to or wave at, and want to argue over the dump. Okay. Y'all told me y'all was different. Okay. All right. Let me tell y'all brothers now that depending on what type of dick you got, do not just think that because you messing with an older woman that she just gonna be that you gonna get to leave all that little young girl shit in the past. You might dig some of it up while you in that pussy. Mm? You might pull some of it up out of her. Yeah. Yeah. Just gonna be honest with you. Seeing Mike, I learned a lesson about this natural hair. Let me tell you what I thought early on. Here's what I thought early on in my journey on this shit. Early on in my journey, I thought black women with natural hair were naturally pro-black. I thought they were naturally pro-black. Now, of course, I do believe that women with or that wear their natural hair or locks or whatever, I do believe that that's a more beautiful form that black women are in, but it does not guarantee a mindset. I learned that. Okay. And what I'll say is that I walk so y'all can run. I learned that the hard way. Afros, beautiful. Locks, beautiful. That does not mean the person you're dealing with is not a problematic coon. Or they got unresolved trauma or bad attitudes or whatever. It's a beautiful aesthetic. I prefer that aesthetic, but it doesn't mean anything whatsoever. It means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. And I thought it did. I thought it did. Don't mean shit. Bro. Bad Boozy said, I ain't never lied to get no pipe ever. They doing it. They is doing it. They doing it, bro. They doing it. They is doing it big. Natural hair don't mean shit. I learned it the hard way, god damn it. You can't tell. Like, there's no, this is why I say you rolling the dice. I walk so y'all can run. You are rolling the dice. There is no clear cut aesthetic. There is no clear cut. There ain't nothing clear cut out here that's going to guarantee you success. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. Whether it's weave, you know, goddamn, whether it's weave or natural hair or whatever, there's no clear cut aesthetic. That ain't got shit to do with the mentality that's under there. I done ran into women who, you know, got the weaves on their head and they talk more would be pro-black than some of the women I ran into with locks and afros. That be more about that life. It just ain't no way to tell. It's a goddamn coin flip out here because humans ain't shit. I'm telling y'all, this is the moral to the story is humans ain't shit. There is no way to tell. You gotta roll the motherfucking dice and I hope you hit your motherfucking number. That's all you can do out here. That's the honest truth right there. You roll the dice and hope you hit your number. That's it. That's all. There ain't no science to it. You can have your ideas of what you want in a person. Then you got these motherfuckers out here talking about vetting somebody. Like, you motherfuckers can change. I'm talking about years later. They can just change. It ain't always quick. It ain't always something you can notice. Like, people can change so quickly on you, depending on their circumstances, depending on the things that they go through, depending on their experiences, depending on loss, heartache. They can just change. And what you thought you vetted, you didn't know they was going to develop this, say, alcohol addiction after their mama died. Now they want to get drunk all the goddamn time. I've dealt with a woman like that. Everything was cool. Her mom passed away and she turned to the bottle. And one thing I won't do in this life is deal with a drunk bitch. I won't do it. I will not do it. I'm sorry. And people you can call me whatever you want. I'm not forcing her into AA. I'm not doing none of that. If the bottle is your friend, if you like being drunk, I'm not the person. And I know I'm not. I can't do, and I don't care what the excuse is. Because she wasn't like that to begin with. We would vibe and smoke a little weed every once in a while. But her mom passed away and weed wasn't enough. So she hit that bottle hard. Shitting me. You're not falling and staggering all over me. I gotta explain your fucking behavior, apologizing for how fucked up you been. Not me. I ain't built right. This is how I know. I'm not built right. I liked her too. Me and her was bobbing, yo. Took that L with her mom. And it wasn't even, I mean, it wasn't nothing crazy like her mom was murdered, nothing like that. She passed away from breast cancer. Breast cancer is taking out a lot of our women out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, she passed away from it. That bottle hard, brown. I said, oh no, you won't. Not me. And I remember being in a situation with her and she cried like, you know what I've been through? You know, how you just gonna leave me like this? Like, you left us. What the fuck you talking about? Leave you? You left us. You grabbed that bottle of hen and that became your man. And I'm out of here. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm not gonna wait for you to get off of it or wean off or nothing. Not me. I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up, man. Oh, don't mention them lame ass niggas in here. These bitch ass niggas. Come on, CM. Don't do me like that. Fresh and fit philosophy. I don't even know them niggas' philosophy, but this is all me. Them bitch ass, hoe ass niggas. No, don't do that, bro. Let me be myself. Let me just do me. Them niggas is coons. Don't compare me to no coons. No anti-black coon. No. Mm-mm. Them niggas is a part of this black YouTube space that talk, you know, all this shit about them niggas is coons, man. Don't do me like that. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Yo, y'all, come on, man. I wasn't trying to be cold, yo. Like, I wasn't trying to be cold. Paris. Paris, listen. Let me tell you something about me. Let me tell you something about me. Hold on 1 second. Listen, Paris. I wasn't trying to be cold. What I'm not going to do is deal with a sloppy, drunk motherfucker on no level. It's embarrassing. I don't know whether you ever dealt with somebody who drank um, nonstop, public, not public, just get sloppy drunk to the point where it was embarrassing. I'm not going to be embarrassed by no woman ever. No. And that ain't even got nothing to do with me being on some, you know, pro black or whatever, B123. That ain't got nothing to do with none of that. I'm not going to be embarrassed by a woman in public. That's not going to happen. Once you let that shit slide once and you talk about it with her, like, this is what we can't, like, listen, we can't be doing this. You got to get yourself together, because I don't have time to be carrying you out of places, because then you put both our lives at risk. If I got to carry you, I mean, I don't nobody got time for that. And it's embarrassing. Okay. Don't know whether you ever dealt with a drunk family member that act like this, or I'm not doing that. And once we talked about it and you tell me like, okay, I'm going to tighten this shit up, I don't want to lose you, and you keep doing it and you keep using the same excuse, well, my mom, my mom, my mom, I'm not, man, I ain't built right. I ain't built right. I ain't built right. I'm not built right for that. I'm not the person. Fine, you have an incident. Once you make it, it becomes who you are. I can't do it because you too far down in there, and I can't reach it. I ain't about to try. I ain't about to try like that. In this situation, I mean, it ain't like we was. I mean, let's see if it was my wife or some shit like that. Like, no. And even then, I'm so trash. This is why I know marriage material. I'm probably not built right for it, because no, we can talk about this shit, but you need to be correcting this shit. It's not something that we're gonna be talking about for years. Your alcohol problem. Mm-mm. No, not doing it. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. No, I ain't giving advice. True artist. I'm not giving advice. This is I don't want nobody thinking this is advice. I'm not here to give advice. I'm here to speak on my experiences, and you do with them what you want. If you taking advice from it, that's great. But this is just talk. If you notice, the title says relationship talk, not relationship advice. There's a difference. There's a difference. Don't try to come here and slide me through like that. I mean, I don't know if you, maybe you wasn't talking to me. I don't know. But this is not advice. And you don't know whether I'm single or not, technically. Well, what if I got like 5 bitches? Like, you don't know. You don't know that. Don't nobody know my life. Don't nobody know what I got going on with me. I could be engaged. I wouldn't tell you niggas. I wouldn't tell you niggas, because I know how y'all is. I know how people is. Motherfuckers try to tear you down, boy. Put your shit on the internet. That's one of the things uh that's one of the things that people make flawed these days on with social media. They have to advertise their shit. Look at how happy I am. Look at how happy we are. We on a trip. Look at us. Like, no, that's flaw. That's flaw to me. In my opinion, it's flaw. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. I wouldn't tell y'all. I would not tell it. It could be full blown engaged right now. Y'all wouldn't know shit. Whatever I'm doing, I'm not the type of person who believes that I owe it to the public to tell them about my uh sexual exploits specifically. I mean, we could talk and laugh about some shit and relationship shit. We could talk and laugh about some shit, but I'm not here to drop names and tell my business. Like, I ain't that type. That might be the new wave with the advent of social media, and social media has added a whole another construct to the relationship market. That I mean, it's just everybody feel like they gotta advertise that shit. I ain't gotta do that. My business is my business. Who I fuck with is who I fuck with. It ain't nobody's business. I still believe that. That's old school, right? That's old school. That's old school shit. But I'm from the old school. Like, I keep my business to my fucking self. That's it. That's all. I keep my business to myself. What I'm doing, who I'm fucking with, that's between me and them. And that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. Motherfuckers be out here goddamn telling all their goddamn business. It's like, god damn. That's why I had to go in when the baby was doing that shit with Meg. It's like, what part of the game? Like, what is this? This is different. Like, I don't remember this. On social media, like, sit the fuck down somewhere. Nobody cares. Take the pictures of you and your lady, or you and whoever you fucking with, you and your man, and leave them in your fucking phone. Nobody gives a fuck. Well, I can't say that. Let me go back. I personally don't give a fuck. Most people actually do give a fuck because we some of the most pussy and dick watchingest people I've ever seen in life. This is how I know humans ain't shit. This goes back again. Everything goes back to the bottom line. The pussy watching and dick watching. Oh my. It is sad and tragic that this is what people choose to do with their time. Pussy watching and dick watching. Like, what the fuck wrong with y'all? Not y'all individually or specifically, but why is that okay? Why is humans okay with pussy watching somebody else? I saw this about Tia. They said Tia Mari is divorcing her husband. I saw that. But why is that public news? That's what I don't understand. Why can't they divorce in that? Because divorces can be hard on people. Why can't people do that in private? Why does that become social media fodder? Everybody giving their unsolicited advice about what she should do, or he must have did something, or like who, like it's just that there's no such thing as privacy anymore, and that's another thing I've had to deal with. Some women that I've dealt with want to post all up online and shit. Like, no, like, get the fuck out of here. Oh, you ashamed of me? Like, just delete my number, bitch, and just go on about your business. Cause I can't. Are we not too old for this? It's not valid unless social media dictates it being valid. We out in public together. Like, people so fucking dumb these days, and social media got people in such a chokehold. Like, we're out in the streets together. You gotta post to social media too? It ain't like we hide in the house. We in the streets. We out in restaurants and pulling up together in places and shit like that. Like, what you mean? Like, get the fuck out of here with that young girl. That's that young girl shit, yo. That's that young girl shit. I just want to let the world know you mine. What? That shit ain't cute to me. Erase my goddamn number. And get the fuck out of my damn face. The world know you. Like, we in the world. Like, what world? I'm telling you, social media is fucking people up. And if you are dealing with a person, not just a woman, a person that is so blinded by social media and having to appease social media, you don't. If you were more of a chill person, you don't want to fuck with them. You don't want to fuck with them. Because they're going to always feel like you trying to hide them, and you literally in public with them at the park, at the restaurant, at the Walmarts. You doing all this and you hiding. What the fuck? I thought this, at this point, I thought this bitch was crazy. I like, something got to be wrong with you. Something got to be wrong. We're literally in the real world together, and you worried about posting on social media, and we together in real life. Something got to be wrong with you. I don't understand it. Just block me. Like, erase my shit and block me. Like, do everything. I don't give a fuck. But you gonna get the fuck out of my goddamn face, because we on two different wavelengths. I don't care about social media in that way. Social media is not where I come and receive validation. I don't need it from. I don't need that. If being with me in real life ain't enough, and we in the streets, and we out in public, we ain't just tucked away in some hotel room, or tucked away at the house, or just Netflix and chilling late night. Like, we actually doing shit together. No. Erase my shit. Give me your phone. Let me erase all the pictures of me out of there, just in case you try to decide to goddamn post me after the fact. Just give me your phone. Give me your shit right now. I'll erase every goddamn picture you got in there of me. I look in the motherfucker phone. She got pictures of me sleeping shit. I'm like, something is wrong with you. like, who the fuck taking pictures of motherfuckers while they sleep? Something's wrong with people who act like that. Y'all can think that shit cute if you want to. I don't think that shit cute. Like, something is wrong. I know. I understand. It might be heavy. What you dealing with right now, the way I'm in there sliding through that motherfucker like that, cool. I get it. I'm asleep, though. I'm asleep. And as I'm going through the pictures that she got of me, and I see pictures, not just one, multiple pictures of me sleep, I said, oh, well, had I saw this, I'd have been told you to erase my goddamn number, because something wrong with you. Something's wrong with you a little bit. And that wasn't an easy separation. Like, she wasn't trying to go. Like, she was not trying to go. I'm like, what the fuck, yo? Go ahead. Like, go ahead. You got some people that don't want to leave easy. You can be like, man, look, it ain't working out. We on two different places at the same time. Like, we don't need to really be fucking with each other like that. Some people ain't gonna go out easy. They're not gonna play. Because I ended up having to block her. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Chill out. I'm talking about, and this is, you're younger, and this is when you're younger, some stuff, you kind of let it slide. You kind of chalk it up like, oh man, these bitches crazy. You say little shit like that, man, these bitches crazy. Like, man, some of these motherfuckers really are. There were times, and in this case, there were times where even after I had told her I wasn't dealing with her like that no more, she would be pulling up next to my house and shit. I was like, what the? Like, if you was a man, I would beat your motherfucking ass, yo. If you was a man, I probably would have to steal off on you, because I'm feeling unsafe at this point. This is dangerous. What are you doing? Well, I couldn't get in touch with you. I blocked you. Of course you can't get in touch with me. That's the point. You were told. I announced that you were being blocked. It wasn't a game. Get the fuck up in front of my house. Go back from whence you came. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it, man. You right. And you right. I had to, again, I had no choice. Parents, somebody, she probably on this live. She might be on this live. Cloud watching, but she better. I mean, it can't be like that. Like, you gotta chill. Like, once I get upset and my face does this very straight, firm, like, she didn't pull up at my crib no more. I told her, if you was a man, like we'd have a problem. She might be on this live. I mean, I don't know. She might want that old thing back. I don't know. That's been, I mean, years ago. I mean, that's been a while back. Hopefully she done moved on by now and stalking the shit out of somebody else. And that's sad to hope that. I've had more than a stalker. I've dealt with stalkers. If we're calling these people stalkers, women that just don't want to go right then, I've had more than one. I've had more than one. Mm-hmm. Yep. What's your question? Bougie, what question do you have? I've had more than one, but I had to learn. I had to learn this. Miss Jones says you gave her that ish and wonder why she taking pics. I had to learn. I ain't like I used to be. Like I had to learn. I had to scale back a lot. I had to scale back a whole lot. I can't just be slanging like that. I can't be slanging like that. I learned that. I learned that too late, but earlier than some people. You know what I'm saying? I can't just be out here slanging like that. Consistently slanging? No, I can't do that. I can't do it. I understand my life. I understand where I am now. And I don't do that. I'm just not gonna be out here slanging like that because I ain't trying to deal. Like I don't have the patience to deal with fuckery and bullshit like that anyway. And so what you have to do as a man is look at what you're doing, take accountability for what you're doing, and you got to just stop. You got to stop doing it. You got to stop. So I ain't just handing my shit out like that. Like, nah, we not doing that. We not doing that. Of course. This is of course. Kimberly P says, I've had a male stalker. It goes both ways. This is not a competition for who stalks what. Like, I know, oh, please believe. Like, I'm not, that wasn't me saying that only women stalk. That was not that. Some of y'all women be sitting around out here giving that boy that wop, right? Done gave him that wop raw too. Let me tell the whole truth. Because again, I giving that wop out raw and then sucking, swallowing. Some of these boys can't handle all that. Some of these boys can't handle all that. Some of these boys ain't built for all of that. That shit fucking them up. It's fucking them all the way up. The whole time you doing it, you just in your head probably bragging like, I'm fucking this nigga up. Yes, you are. You fucking him up. But try to break up with him and see where he be at. See where he be. At your damn job. Somebody he just want to talk. Like, motherfucker, I told you to get the fuck out of here like 3 weeks ago. Why you up at the job want to talk? We did all the talking that we could do. It's that wop on him. That wop is on his mind. He can't pull up from that. That shit on his head. He can't make it back. He can't make it back. He can't make it back from that. That shit is destroying him. He thinking about you doing that with somebody else. And that shit is murdering his soul on a nightly basis. He dies every night and wakes up in the morning. That's what he's doing. As soon as you break up with him, that nigga is dying every night. Dying every night thinking about who the fuck you doing that with now. And it's murdering his ass on the inside. It's murdering him. Murdering him. His whole soul is done. But look what you did. You done rawed him, gave him that wop raw, and you sucked and swallowed this boy like that. Like, you can't be doing people like that and then just walk off. I had to learn the same shit. I had to look at myself and be accountable for what the fuck I was doing. I didn't have no choice. I had no choice but to deal and be accountable for what the fuck I was doing. You can't be out here doing that. You can't be doing that. Looking at him in his eyes and shit, calling him daddy. What? Y'all better stop. Y'all better stop playing with these. Some of these dudes ain't stable enough for that. You got to have you a real stable dude to be able to break away from that and go on with his normal life. Y'all disturbing the peace with this pussy sometime, and y'all got to be mindful of that. Y'all disturbing the peace sometime, and you got to be mindful. Trying to figure out what's wrong with him. You don't let him hit raw. Stop playing. Like y'all, you done let him do all of that, and now you wondering why he at the job. That's why. Had him moaning in there like a little bitch, didn't you? Moaning shit. You was proud of that shit, wasn't you? You was proud, wasn't you? Yeah, you was. I know you was. You was proud. You was proud he was in there broke, weak, knees weak as a bitch, and you was just like, yeah, I'm tearing this nigga's ass up. You sure did. And now that boy can't recover. Now he can't recover. And now that motherfucker a nuisance like a bitch. This motherfucker done created fake pages to follow you on your page. And I know how these motherfuckers get, because I also in my lifetime, what I've also had the benefit of is having a lot of female friends that we just talk. And I know they, little sex life and who are they fucking with. This is why I know women can be and will be fucking with multiple niggas at a time. Y'all told me I was wilding, but I've had plenty of female friends, and they would be fucking with multiple niggas at a time. It's women out here that would drive 3 niggas crazy at once. At once. Mm-hmm. All at once. Shout out to Whitney Houston. 3 niggas. All these niggas crazy the same. Because she done whopped all 3 of these motherfuckers out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Real life shit. Done whopped all of them. And now she dealing with the residuals. Try to cut one off. This nigga don't want to leave, and you trying to deal with this other one real quick. You having to swerve off and sneak it. Like I done had a lot of women friends in my life. That's what gave me such insight into the game, as well as my own experience having women friends that were comfortable enough to tell me, who all they was fucking with, how they doing these niggas and shit like that. Man, shit, boy. These motherfuckers will be there what 2-3 niggas and can't none of them pull up. These niggas be going down for the count. Jeremy Wild is a bitch. It is in theory. Jeremy Hill says, I thought that was the point of putting that smackdown is to get them hooked. It is in theory. But you got to make sure once you put your hook in it, once you hook it, you're not gonna just throw it back. You know how motherfuckers be catch and release? You're not gonna catch and release some of this pussy. Once you catch it and you hook it in like that, you're not gonna just be able to release it back to the wild, because it's gonna jump back in the goddamn boat. Like, nigga, what the fuck you think you doing freeing me? I didn't ask to go. I wasn't ready to leave. You can catch and release. You trying to catch and release that pussy? You better stop. You better stop. But I'm telling you, most of the problems are happen when people is rawing. It's when that rawing happens. That's when you deal with the most crazy shit. Best you can do is keep the condoms on. I know you get comfortable. You want to take it off. You want to raw up. Look, don't let me be the one that try to preach to you about this. I'm not trying to preach, but I'm telling you, it's the raw. I highly doubt stalkers are created with condomized sex. Even if you if you eating pussy, if you heavy with it, dental dam. Even though that might not be your full shit, if you don't want her going crazy, dental dam. Women, if you give him that boy that head like that, suck it with a condom on. I'm telling you, if you leave the plastic between you and them, that's your best chance of avoiding a motherfucker being a full-blown, bona fide stalker. I'm telling you, if you don't believe me, I'm telling you, keep that plastic between you and them. Once they feel that skin, good luck. You can try to get them up out of there if you want to. You can try to, you can try to escape them. You can try to do all that shit. But look what you done did. Look what you done did. You need to keep that barrier between you and them and natural bodily fluids. You must keep up condomized sex. Gina, I'll be laughing at condomized. That was the best I could do with it. Like, condomized sex. Don't do me. Like, I feel like people trying to do me even though I'm doing myself. The Trinity time travel says, we know you love raw dogging, my guy. You don't have to. Here's the thing. You don't gotta do me like that. Like, it ain't me that just love raw dogging. Like, y'all not gonna treat me like it's just me. And I've seen the error in my ways. Okay? I've seen the error in my ways. This is me coming back to tell you my story. You see what I'm saying? I know the error in my ways. Everybody loves it. What we not gonna do is act like there's a group of people who love it and a group of people who don't. Stop it. I can't look. I cannot let y'all do me like that. Everybody love it, but you must be mindful of when you're trying to separate from people. They may have a very volatile reaction, or I've had some of these that will act like it's cool. Oh, okay, that's how you feel. All right, then, and stalk. Just keep continuing to stalk and call 1,000 times and all this crazy ass shit, leaving crazy ass voicemails, crying and shit. They might act cool in the moment, but once they get to the house by themselves and get to thinking, they may go crazy on you. But if you want to avoid, think honesty, Veronica. I do love. I love an honest woman. I swear I do. Everybody do. Shout out to my blood work though. I can do that. Shout out to my blood work. Shout out to everybody who I've had unprotected sex with. Shout out to my blood work. But I've learned things. I'm almost 40 now. I've learned you can't do that and expect the woman just to pull up and be okay and be over you. Like, you just can't expect that, woman or man. Y'all got to be careful. Y'all women, y'all know y'all be having this full blown wop out here, and you know what you're doing to this motherfucker. You have to be mindful of that. Okay. And bad and bougie, if you gonna sit here and say you not doing condomized head, then you gotta take the L that comes with that. You must take the L that comes with that. Or black and bougie, rather. You must take the L that comes with that. Because a lot of time that head will fuck a man full blown up. If you crazy, like let me say, if you do it with a certain conviction, you must then be careful, or you must then deal with the ramifications. Oh, no. I never get to use the word ramifications. You must then deal with the ramifications of the monster that you create. Be careful. And if you swallowing, ma'am, this is your warning. That's all I got for you. If you do it takes a strong man to deal with that. To deal with all that at once. Be mindful of what you're doing out here in the streets. That shit is tough. And if you're a man and you tough eating pussy like that, be mindful. Now, if you come in with the combo, bro, if you come through there with a fucking combo and you think it's cool, just run around with a combo, you gonna lay heavy dick and eat heavy pussy. You not just gonna get to tell her you done. You don't get to just. It's not gonna be that simple for you. You have to have probably at least a I would say a 7 to 10 step program of how you gonna have to wean her off of this. It has to be instead. It can't just be on a Monday. You gonna break up with her or stop talking to her, bro. You better come up with a plan, and you better enact that plan over a matter of some months. You got to be slowly weaning yourself out of there. You don't just get to pull up and leave. She ain't gonna let you just pull up and leave like that. You know what you did. Want to have a broke? We like Jeremy. Jeremy said have a hooked. Okay. Okay. Hooks work two ways. Hooks work two ways, my nigga. You can have her hooked, but you damn sure you're not gonna be able to just remove that hook when you get ready. You better be careful. I'm telling you, this is me telling you off of experience. I'm telling y'all real life shit. If you gonna be eating that pussy like that and laying that dick like that, you don't just get to leave on a Monday. You don't get to break up. I don't think I'm feeling you like that no more. And Sunday you was in that pussy going crazy. Nigga, please. You you all right. Go ahead. Go ahead then. You go right ahead. You go right ahead and play them type of games. You don't get to do that. You went crazy on that pussy Sunday night and Monday you done with her. It's over. I used to think that was a real thing I could do too. I learned it's not. I don't get to I don't get to go crazy like that and then just be like, yeah, I think I think I'm over it. And the bitch fuck around, look at you, and be like, "Well, nigga, I'm not. So I see you tomorrow." And you like, "Wait, no, I don't just need a little break. I need you. I don't want to deal with you no more at all." Like, okay, you can have a couple days. It's like, wait a minute, I'm firing you, bitch. This ain't no goddamn sick days. And you're fired. I don't want to deal with you like that no more. Like, okay, you need a week. It's like, you're not here to work. Like, I learned you have to, you can't just be out here like you don't just get the I learned. I'm a much calmer, like I don't be with all the shits now. Like I'm not dealing with women folk like that. That's why I try to tell y'all, you sometimes you just gotta fucking chill. You gotta know what you got going on with you. And you have to go sit your ass down somewhere. You have to go sit down. You guys realize what you got going on with you and go sit it down. Go sit it down. Cause there ain't but one way that there ain't but one, especially when you get to a certain situation. This is how you do it. Shout out to Montel. Is it Montel Jordan? Yeah. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. You don't have another way. Ain't no other version you can bring. Well, let me just tone it down. Let me go from being like this to giving these bitches like half of this. Like I don't. It ain't but one way. This is how you do it. If you know it's how you do it and you see the residual effects of how you do it, you got to sit your ass down somewhere. You got to. Men and women alike. I don't care who you are. Men and women alike. This is how you do it. Some of y'all young folk don't even remember that, but some of y'all older people know what I'm talking about. And it's really the older people I'm talking to anyway. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You don't get to just like, no. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. Because like I said, humans ain't shit. Once you get your hooks in, they feel like they own you. You theirs. Like humans, they can't just deal with. Oh, okay, like let a woman tell me, like, you know what, Rob? Like, I ain't really trying to fuck with you like that no more. I'll be like, okay, cool. I'm not stalking nobody. I'm not calling nobody. I'm not texting nobody. I'm not following nobody's page, liking no pictures. I ain't doing none of that. I say okay and move on. I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. A crazy thing about women. At the times where I've said okay, oh, that's it. I'd be like, wait a minute, this is a game now. At this point, I feel like a game. Oh, that's it. That's all you got to say. You just wait a minute. So I'm failing in my mind. I know okay. I'm failing a test, and I don't know. If you said you don't want to, you ain't trying to fuck with me like that no more. I say okay, I understand. And you go away, and there's days, and you mad. Initially, you tell me, okay, I don't want to fuck with you no more. Oh, that's it. That's all you gonna say? Yeah, that's literally all I gotta say. And then you see that I'm really not gonna stalk you. I'm really not gonna call you. I'm really not. You said you were done. And then weeks later, oh, you just didn't give a fuck about me then, did you? And I'm like, wait, hello? I'm talking about this is on intro. Oh, you just didn't give a fuck. Like, wait a minute. I'm thinking maybe a tire flatter. I'm thinking maybe there's something going on. Oh, you just didn't give a fuck. And it's like, you the one sitting there. I'm failing a test again. Like, humans ain't shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. You the one said you was ready to go. You said you was out of here. I'm failing a test. I used to hate. I'm talking about. I'm a test failing motherfucker. Let me tell you that about. And this is what again. I even tie into humans ain't shit. I'm failing test. I failed so many tests in my life, and I'm not even sure that I won't continue to fail them in my older age. I just be failing. Like I'm supposed to do certain things, I don't do them. I'm supposed to respond certain ways, I don't do it. I'm chilling. I'm not gonna have a woman tell me they not fuck with me no more, and I go crazy or argue or fight it or I don't. Okay, like shit. Okay, like what the hell? And now I'm failing a test. And I was like, man, this motherfucker is okay, bona fide. This is okay. She crazy a little bit for real. And I was supposed to cry, maybe beg, maybe apologize. I ain't did shit. Like you just said, it wasn't working out for you no more. And I said, okay. I thought that's what I was supposed to do. Humans ain't shit. Even me. Like I'm failing these tests. I ain't shit either. Shit. I ain't. This ain't me on no high horse. I'm like, what the fuck? Mm-mm. Nope. 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 Black and Bougie says, Rob, how do you break away from something unhealthy? See, for me, breaking away has never been a challenge. So I don't even know if I'm fit to answer this question because to me, it's so easy. I don't know what type dick being put on you. I don't know whether he, um, I don't know what he would be doing for you. I don't know those things. I don't know. For me, it's always been, okay, it ain't right or whatever. All right, cool, boom. Unless the motherfucker was to see the error in their ways and make changes or something like that, changes that I can see. Then okay, cool. You maybe give them another chance or something like that. If it ain't too crazy, like they ain't slash your tires or bust your windows out or nothing crazy like that. Like I've had that shit happen to me before too. Stuff gets so out of control sometimes, and and but it depends on how unhealthy it is and whether or not you think uh what is he providing to you that you feel like you can't break away from. That's up to you to decide. I wouldn't be able to even tell you. Like I don't even know. I don't even know. No, I'm not doing that. No. No. Black and Bougie, how old are you? Like to be fair, how old are you? Because you sound a little. Women want reassurance though. Are you unable to do that? Reassurance of what? If you tell me you're not dealing with me no more, I'm not begging. That's a game. Women don't play games. You're not talking about women. You talking about girls. You're not talking about reassurance. You talking about games. Like that's a game. You tell me you don't want to deal with me no more. I'm supposed to beg? Hell no. That's a game. I don't play games. I'm not. I don't play games. That's not women. Bad and Black and Bougie. You 41 talking about women want reassurance? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. What you asked me, David? Post the question again. Ask me again. Dave. Black and Bougie. You is 41 years old. Talking about women want reassurance. If a woman tells me that she don't want to talk to me no more, I'm supposed to give her reassurance of what? Because maybe I'm about to fail another test. Maybe I'm about to fail a test in front of every woman here. I don't know. But I'm not giving woman reassurance if she's saying she don't want to deal with me. Then she's playing a mind game. If she knows she still want to deal with me, why is she saying she don't? She want a nigga to stalk her, beg her, or I don't do none of that. And if that's what a woman needs, then we're not compatible. You see what I'm saying? We're not even compatible at that point. We're not compatible. If I gotta do that, like no, no. If you love me, tell me you love me. Don't play with me, man. Shout out to 50 Cent. If you love me, tell me you love me. Like I don't got time to play no goddamn games like this. Shit, I don't have that type of time. I don't have that type of time. Letitia said most likely beg. You don't come in with my type of energy and beg. That's not, and I'm not saying that. I'm gonna try to figure out how to word this. What I'm coming with, you don't come in like I come in, and then you beg. I beg. Hell no. No, hell no. No, That ain't how it works. That's not how it works. Not with me. Not with me at all. If you love me, tell me you love me. Don't play with me, man. Like I'm not begging. I'm I listen. I come in heavy. I'm heavy with it, but I'm a cool, laid back type of dude. Like I'm not gonna beg a woman who decides she don't want to deal with me no more. That's fine. I respect that. I think more people should respect when somebody say they don't want to deal with it no more. And you wouldn't have to deal with stalkers. You wouldn't have to deal with motherfuckers fighting other men. Think about what you're saying. You wouldn't have to deal with other people fighting other men, fighting other women, killing each other over women and men. Like y'all, that's toxicity. That's not good shit. That's not real shit. Y'all don't want that for real. Y'all don't want that. You don't want somebody who can't deal with, you telling them you don't want to talk to them no more. You don't want that. You might think you do. You might think it's cute. You don't want that. You don't want reassurance then. You may want reassurance in a relationship, which is fine. When y'all are involved, which is fine. Which I am capable of that. But it's not gonna be to the point where I'm begging. Oh, hell no. And I ain't do nothing. Oh no, no, no. Even hell, even me, my type of, even if I did do something, especially back in the day, I used to be type. If I did something, I wouldn't even, I wouldn't apologize and shit. I wouldn't apologize for. Now I've matured in that area where I know if I do something or I done said something a little fucked up or something like that, which I'm not into cussing nobody out or nothing like that, but I can be a little um uh shit abrasive sometimes. And if I come off abrasive or I go and I tell the truth too hard, sometimes I might be like, okay, my bad. I shouldn't have said it like that. I apologize for saying it like that. I could have worded it a little different. I've matured that way. But just beg, I ain't do nothing. You say you don't want to talk to me no more, and I'm begging with what I'm. No, 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 nope, nope, nope. Uh-oh. Yaka, hold on. Yaka, don't be in here dropping. No, don't be. Yaka says I think women be wanting to be the one to break a man. Don't tell. Like, don't be here being truthful like that. Some of them do act like that. That gives them, that's their woman, the woman ego that no one ever talks about is being fed. When they can break a man and have them, begging and shit like that, so they can laugh with their homegirls about what this nigga did to get back in. Girl, I had this nigga crying in my goddamn front yard, girl. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I'll let him come back, girl. Ha 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 ha. Like, shit. Not me. That's not my story. That's not my story. What you got, David? David says, if you ever had a woman say she didn't want a relationship, but she only want you to deal with her sexually. To me, that's basically a relationship with those parameters. What do you think? Absolutely. What's she saying? Like, that's a goddamn riddle. That's a riddle. She don't want a relationship, but she only want to deal with you sexually, or maybe she just want to late night you, like on some, come through late night, get the dick, and go on about her business. And like, no, I would know. You don't never, if you want a relationship and a woman don't want a relationship, you don't ever put her at ease. Even if you would be okay with some shit like that, say no anyway. To let her know. You don't just get to do whatever the fuck you want to around here. You don't get to just do anything. No, I'm not easing your mind. I'm not rest assuring you. I'm not gonna make you feel safe and secure. No, I'm not doing that. I would say no anyway. Even if I was cool with it, I would still say no. I would still say no. Like, no, I'm all set. I don't really fuck with that. If that's in particular, if you want a relationship, Now, if you don't want a relationship either, it's fair game. But if you want a relationship and she said no, but I just want you to be the only one, I want to be the only pussy that you jumping into. No. Even if she is the only one, you still say no. Nope. Don't ease her mind. Because then she'll fuck around and put her goddamn feet up. And you don't want that. You don't want a woman even believing she can put her feet up and be relaxed with you like that. Like, no. This dick heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dick is heavy. You know, goddamn it. You don't want to be with me like I'm trying to be with you. No, I'm not gonna give you that rest assurance. You can come get this dick sometime, but ain't no telling who else gonna be getting this dick too. Deal with it. I'll talk to you later. On the humble, not even on no vicious shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you go right being just be busy right after you say it. Yeah, I got some shit I gotta go do. We can talk about this later, and just let her stew on that. Let her think about it. Let her weigh out her options and think about that shit. That I'm telling you, that's how I would handle that type of shit right there. That's how I would do it. Yaka says, "Is being a good girl considered boring? It depends on what good girl means to you. I can't necessarily say for me and what I see as a good girl. I don't even know what that really means, honestly. Um, unless you're saying a woman who not fucking a whole lot of dudes. Like, I don't know what a good girl means. I guess you'd have to define that for me first. What is a good girl? Tell me what a good girl is first. Because I think we have to clearly define, or anybody in here can give me an idea of what they think a good girl is. Because I don't even know what that really means. I know people use that terminology, but I don't know what it means. Is this a woman that just don't fuck everybody, or what? Oh, no. Nah, not now. If this is your definition, I'll read her Yaka's definition. A good girl is someone who isn't into partying and being out or giving up sex easily and is reserved. Nah, there's nothing to me. Good girls are not boring because I'm not into partying. I don't fuck with being out. So we meeting right there. And as far as giving up sex easily, are you saying to everybody or to the man or whatever? But I don't know what a good girl gonna turn up for you, and you when you get her in the right situation. Anyway, there is no good girl when it comes to sexual, motivations or sexual inspiration. There's no once she coming on that dick, and I be trying not to be vulgar with y'all. I be trying, but it's late. It's 11:30 almost. Once she coming on that dick, that good girl shit, that ain't got nothing to do with anything. Now the problem with a good girl, as you're dealing with this, if she isn't into partying and and she decides to put all of her attention on you, sometimes a good girl can be annoying because she ain't got no life outside of you. So sometimes to a man, she can be a little bit annoying because she ain't going to do nothing. She go work, she go home, and waiting for you to come through and bless her with that. You know what I mean? Like, so, she don't really have nothing else going. Now, a good girl with a fucking hobby, she ain't got to go to the fucking club. A good girl with a hobby, whatever it is, I can fuck with that. But when you get them good girls that don't have nothing else to do but be up your ass, they can be a little bit annoying. Real shit. Real shit. Yeah, no, no. Yeah. If it's just not giving it up to giving your pussy to the block, yeah, no, you don't want to block run your pussy anyway. Yeah, no, you don't want to block run it anyway. So there ain't to me ain't nothing wrong with a good girl, nothing at all. Now, I don't know about this. Paris says a good girl is never spontaneous with the right dick. Let me tell y'all, and I might have to talk about I'm gonna have to talk about this separately and try to figure out. I'll probably try to think of a way to talk about it without it coming off being, either braggadocious or machismo with it, because men talk like that anyway. But let me, with the right dick, spontaneity, it just comes to a woman. Like, dick is motivating as fuck for a woman. They gonna be thinking of shit like there's no such thing as a non-spontaneous woman when she's coming on dick consistently. It's not real. I don't know anything about it. If a man is dealing with a woman that's not spontaneous, his dick game is not up to par. I'll keep it simple and plain right there. I'll keep it simple and plain right there. Simple and plain. That's on the surface. I'm gonna give it any woman, good girl, whether you call them bad girl, whatever you call them, they're gonna be spontaneous when they know that they coming on that dick on a consistent and regular basis. They're gonna be thinking of shit. Guarantee you, it's gonna be some shit they're gonna come up with, and you're gonna be looking at them like, I'm not letting you do that. Like I don't have to look at women like this. Like, I'm not. Like, what? Where did you come up with this shit from? No, I'm not. I'm not doing that. You ain't got to do all that. Like, it's okay. We can keep it. You ain't got the. Well, I thought men liked that. It's like, what did you read it in a book? Ask me. don't, don't be listening to these niggas. Like these niggas be into some weirdo shit. I had a nigga telling me how he like getting his dick sucked from the back. I said, nigga, you like getting your dick sucked from the back? How does that? I don't even know the functionality of that. I'm not built for. Like I'm not even built for the positioning. So I would say that sometimes when a woman is tapping into her sexuality, because she may have never been sexually expressive or sexually free before, because she's been dealing with trash ass dick all her life, mostly. She may have never been like that before. So she thinking of shit, and then she listened to, she listen to other men, and men be into some weirdo shit sometimes. I don't know nothing about, and I listen to niggas talk sometimes. They tell me the kind of shit they into. I'm not into the same type of shit. I don't see how you get your dick sucked from the back. I don't even know how you position. I don't know how you position yourself on your hands and knees. Like I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. I can't do it. I cannot do it. And I don't see how you bend your dick with a heart. I don't know how you do it, but this is what the fuck some niggas is into. I gotta just say, okay. Hopefully, if I'm dealing with a woman that getting ideas from you niggas, I'm gonna have to reject some shit. I'm gonna have to turn some shit down because I ain't built like that. I don't know, like, no, I'm not on my hands and knees where she on her hands and knees behind me. Yeah, no, like no, and I don't even know how hard dick bends backwards. Like the aesthetics don't even. I don't fully get it, but I don't have to because I'm never. I don't want no. I want no parts of that. I don't need that type of spontaneity. I'm all set on that. I can't. I can't. Miller Britt said maybe he's standing up. I still don't know how his dick hard and it bends backwards underneath his balls to behind him. And or I have a dysfunctional dick. A number of things could be happening right now. My dick could lack the functioning. Okay. I don't got one of the ones that'll do that. Like mine goes forward in front of me. So I don't know if you can get that bitch to be hard and bend backwards and it be comfortable for you without you dying, then okay, cool. Like do what you gotta do. I you do whatever it is that you feel as though you have to do. But I, I, I just don't know. I don't know. I'm not into all the shit that men be into. I lose out. I don't know. Maybe some of y'all women done did some of this stuff before, but I don't. I personally don't know nothing about it. You see what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about it. I don't desire it. It's not. It's not. It's not for me. I'm regular. Like I'm regular as fuck. So I don't need all that shit. But a good girl will try to come up with, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter whether she good, bad, whatever. A woman that's dealing with some dick that's heavy, she ain't got to worry about her being not being spontaneous. She gonna go for you, and you ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about that. Right. Right. It does sound painful, but I don't even know how it would do. I'm not gonna try to think about it. I'm not even gonna try to think about it because it don't even compute in my mind how the fuck that works. My dick don't do that. So I got one of those that don't do it. So it is what it is. It is what it is. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that, Yaka. Yaka says, do you believe you are what you attract? No. I believe that you can be what you attract, but I don't think that's a rule. I don't think that's a rule. I think that a lot of times, and I alluded to this earlier, we talked about it a little bit, but a lot of times we have these rules that we try to come up with to justify, our relationships or some of our interpersonal relationships, whether it be romantic or not. I don't. I think you can attract, what you are. Hold on, make sure I got you. I think you can attract what you are, but I don't think it's a rule. I don't think the so-called law of attraction is a rule that you could just go by at all times. Some shit just be random. Some shit just be random because I know for a fact I've dealt with women that I would have attracted that were attracted to me, but I don't think they were attracted to me because I'm them. I don't think that's what it was. They were attracted to what they saw. They got start dealing with dick, and it was heavy or whatever. And then the personality, or they liked how I was talking, or they liked how funny I was, or whatever. But I don't think that when they turned to being on some crazy shit, I've never been a crazy type nigga. So there's no way that I'm attracting crazy because I'm crazy. I never did none no type of shit like that. I never did that. Never. So I think it's just, you can, but it's not a rule. I don't think there are no rules out here for this shit. I really don't. Now, the only thing that I know to be unanimous and across the board is that humans ain't shit. That's the only rule I got. Everything else is a fucking free for all. Humans ain't shit. It depends on what bag they in. Depends on so many different factors. Humans ain't shit. That's the real. That's the truth that don't nobody want to tell, really. But I don't think these laws of attractions and things like that, these rules, like, no, no. Jeremy said they'll find attraction in the zodiac sign, not the person. Don't even get me started on this zodiac shit. Don't even get me started on this fucking pseudo fuckery that people be out here talking about. It's so trash. It's so trash. It's trash as fuck, really. It's trash as fuck. But I know that people believe in this shit because our minds is weak. We weak minded as fuck. So we be believing any old thing, like anything, like this sign compatible with this sign. It's like, no, that's not a rule. There's no rules. This sign got this personality. There is no rules. Ain't no rules to this shit. And don't nobody want to deal with that. Now, I do know that some people find comfort and entertainment in the zodiac shit, but I just look at people and shake my fucking head. I don't think nothing is real. Paris. Paris has been meaning to ask you this. Do you think voodoo is real? I don't believe in shit. That's one of those things that makes me a bad boyfriend candidate and then also a bad husband candidate. I don't believe any of this shit. I think it's all fake. Because I think the question I have with voodoo is why? Where is the hex being put on the caves? That's my only question. It seems like voodoo is only directed towards other black people. It's only used as a weapon against other black people by and large. Now, you do have the people that will make the argument that the Haitian Revolution was they used voodoo to get the heart and the bravery to go to war with the was it the French? Um, go to war with the caves. I mean, whoever the fuck, wherever the fuck they was coming from, but um, I don't believe in none of that shit. I don't believe in it. Because if it was real, then that land would have been covered in that, and they would have sustained it, and it wouldn't have been reconquered later on, recolonized later on. So for me, I don't believe in anything, and a lot of times that's uncomfortable to people. It's uncomfortable to people because people want to believe in something. Everyone needs something to believe in, and this is one of the things that makes as I'm talking about the kind of things that somebody asked me what I like in a woman. These are things that women don't like about me. I have characteristics that tie into my mentality that women don't like about me. Women want a man that believes in something. I don't believe in shit. I don't believe in anything. So, as far as the so-called spiritual or spells or religion or whatever the fuck, zodiac, I don't believe in nothing. Nothing. And I'll actively downplay it when it's spoken about to me. I'll actively do it. Like, wait, you believe what? I'm an Aries, and that means what? We compatible how? You a coon, then you lying. You see what I'm saying? So that's a trait in me that women don't like about me. I don't believe in anything. I can't give you a spiritual word. I can't give you a spiritual word of encouragement, a Bible verse to go to when you're having a bad day. I don't got that. That's a talent that another man may have. I don't have it, but I'm honest about who I am. To be fair, I'm honest about who I am. I don't have that. Women don't like that. Women want you to feed them some form of fuckery. They like it. They're comforted by it. They want you to believe in something so you can, feed them something. And I don't have it. But women do like that. So, that's a trait that I have that women have complained about. Like, you don't believe in anything. And I'd be like, we could talk about why I don't believe in it, but they don't really want to hear that shit. They want you to believe in something. It makes them feel like you're more secure. It makes them feel like you're more actually, and what's so crazy, they feel like you're more mentally stable if you believe in some of this bullshit. So it's like, it's it's a L I gotta carry. It's a L I gotta carry. And then we talk about black women. Most black women believe in something, whether it's reading tarot cards, zodiac, religion, witchcraft, voodoo. They have something they believe in. And I don't believe in none of that shit. So there's a gap there. You see, there's a gap. Now, luckily for me, women have a tendency they can overlook it because you know what I'm saying, it's not causing it's not causing me to be fucked up or immoral or beat the shit out of them or nothing crazy going on. I just don't believe in shit. I don't need a pep talk from a book. I don't need all that shit. I don't need any of that. I don't have to believe that, we in the age of Aquarius. So I don't need that to make my day. Like I don't need any of that shit. All that shit comes from within for me. for me. But they like for you to be on, even if you're not religious, they want you to be on some type of bullshit with them. Crystals, something. And I'm like, I don't need a fucking rock to protect me. Like, I don't need a protection stone. I don't need that because it ain't real. Like, I might as well pick the Bible back up. Like, a rock is protecting me? No. And they be like, you just it's like, oh yeah, well, I can be all I want to. I can be all you want me to be. But it don't make sense. I might as well wear a fucking crucifix. All you did was take the crucifix and the belief that you have in a crucifix and you put it in a crystal. You put it in a rock. What the fuck is the difference? You just transferred your shit. And a lot of them find comfort in that. And it's like, okay, well, you know, that's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. I honestly, I think here's what I think. Here's what I think. DZJ says, should people stay together for the kids? I think there is a relevancy to that if they can be together functionally in front of the children. If it's dysfunctional, then it's not doing the kids any good. The idea that two people in a household is the only way to raise a functional child is trash. If those two people are dysfunctional around those children, it means nothing. I know plenty of people who had married parents that fought all the time, daddy got drunk, beat mama's ass, or whatever. That's how they grew up, and it wasn't a functional environment for those children. If you can do it to where you functional, both people understand we are doing this for the kids. We're going to stick it out for the kids. Okay? And I don't know whether that would come with, well, I'm going to fuck with other people. You can fuck with other people. We won't have them around the kids, but you do that shit over there. I do it over here or whatever. I think if you can do it to where you keep the functionality together, then it can be fine. But just staying together for the kids on the sake of staying together and it's dysfunctional as fuck in front of the kids, it's not doing the kids any benefit whatsoever. They're better off you happy at your house, daddy happy at his house, and they be in between both houses. They better off that way. I promise you. I promise you. I do not believe that. I'm sorry. Deshaun Williams says, do you believe the ancestors are watching over you and guiding you through life? No. Again, I don't believe in anything that's like that. I just don't. I don't. I don't let people disrespect my ancestors. I don't disrespect what they've done. And we've been talking about that. The last few live streams, we've been talking about that. I don't allow that type of shit. But as far as believing and they walking with me and guiding me, like, no. And I don't need to. I don't need that. I can have their what they taught and what they went through. I can have that in my mind and hold it in my mind and in my heart. And I can move throughout life with my head up and confidently. And I don't need to feel as though I'm being guided. I don't need to feel that way. I don't need to feel that way. If the ancestors were guiding me like they should have been, they would have pulled me out of several times. They'd have pulled me out of some pussy. Somebody talked about my pullout game being weak. If the ancestors were there, they would have got me the fuck up out of there a couple times. Ain't no ancestors watching over me. Like they would like, yo, brother Malcolm, you couldn't pull me up out of there. You couldn't just come. You could give me a good word. Come to me in a fucking vision last night or some shit. Like shit. But nah, I couldn't. I don't believe that. But I don't need to honor my ancestors. I don't need to believe they're watching over me. To pay homage to them and to show respect where respect is due. I don't need that. I don't need to even believe that. As fuck. Light Bearer Naturally Spirit says, you are hard headed. I've gotten better now. Y'all stop treating me like, like I'm better. Shit. I'm better now. I don't even sling, like I don't even do that. Like I don't even want to deal with what may happen when I it's just like it ain't even I'm better now. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I am chilling. I don't be doing all that. I have been hard headed though. I have been. Not these days. Not these days. Um, but y'all, it's been 3 hours. I said I was gonna do 3 hours with y'all. And I gotta get up early. That's how crazy this shit is. I gotta get up early. I want y'all to know that my bottom line was humans ain't shit. I hope we was able to get through it. Uh, you know, I appreciate everybody for participating in this conversation. We'll be talking about more stuff as far as relationships are concerned because it's a lighter conversation. I like talking about this stuff with y'all, and we have a good time laughing. I got a million stories for every day of the motherfucking week. Um, but I want y'all to subscribe to my Patreon because we're gonna do our hip hop and music conversation over there on Patreon. So y'all subscribe to that. Y'all need to be asleep. I don't even know what the fuck y'all doing up this late. It's almost 12, and y'all know some of us gotta go to work in the morning. I most definitely do. I ain't gonna be working for them tomorrow. Um, but I appreciate y'all for participating. Mad love to y'all. All my links are in the description box. Every single link is in the description box. If you want to email me, you got a relationship situation you want to talk to me about, email me. Everything's in the description box. Follow me on my new Instagram page, all that shit. And I will see you on the next one. Actually, I'm gonna try to get in here and go live tomorrow. Just depending because it's feeling like, look, let me tell y'all what being almost 40 will do for you. It's feeling like by the time I get off tomorrow, I may have to come in this bitch and take a goddamn nap. So I may fucking with y'all this late. It's damn near 12. I may fuck around and get in here tomorrow and need a fucking nap out this bitch. For real. But we'll see. We'll see how tomorrow goes. And mad love to y'all. And I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out.